The cards speak. Justice listens. Welcome to the unseen. Truth doesn't hide forever, not from the eyes that see. Spirits stir, clues awaken. Let the seeing begin. Behind every crime, a shadow speaks. I'm Lady Zelda. Welcome to Seeing Crime. Hello, my beautiful favorite souls and favorite community. Thank you so much for being here. I am so happy. Wait, I've got to turn something down. I'm getting some feedback. Are you not excited about tonight? Because I really am. I mean, this is a night. This is going to be a good night. Let me turn down all of my goodies here so we don't get feedback. I hope you are all doing well because I just can't wait to get started. We're going to have a very good night. I want you all to come in, and this is it. Welcome. Welcome to Seeing Crime in the House of Zelda. I am Lady Zelda, and it is Saturday, September 20th. The 20th, wow, of 2025, and we are here. Thank you so much, my darlings. We are here to welcome a very special guest and a new friend to our channel, who she is so fantabulous, and we're so glad to have her. And she just gives us great insight on everything and anything, and we just love her. So without further ado, here she comes, and let's give a very big House of Zelda welcome to our new friend, attorney Nan Gallagher.
How are you?
I'm doing great. Thank you so much. You look beautiful. Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Welcome.
It's great to be back.
Well, it's great to have you. We just love you, and it's so exciting to always have you here.
Do you know that feeling when you meet someone for the first time and in a very short time you feel a closeness that you didn't expect to experience so quickly? That's how I feel about you.
Thank you. That's actually how I feel about you too.
Aww.
And I think we're going to be lifelong, good, faster friends, all kinds of goodies. And I mean, this is just, and it's so funny because I look at us and we couldn't be more opposite, could we? I mean,
that's a good thing.
It's a good thing. Opposites attract. I mean, here I am. I mean, I feel like the dragon of darkness over here with all this going on.
Well, let me tell you something. When I was in law school, I decided to go brunette, very brunette. I wanted to just go kind of subtle brunette, but I was like, let me try to do my hair at home, and I dyed my hair dark brown by accident. First mistake was I did it at home. Second mistake was I didn't color match properly. And I went from being kind of normal sandy blonde. Now I have highlights and stuff, but I went to very, very dark. And for my complexion, it wasn't the right look for me. But I loved it so much. And I love your hair. I still have to say you look like Valerie Bertinelli to me, but you're gorgeous.
Thank you. I get that now all the time. And I actually saw her on the Talkie Tick and sent her a message and said, I invite you to just stop by, because everybody is telling we must be sisters from a different mister, something like this. And she sent this emoji like mind blown, something like that. And it's so funny because in life you do have people that look and that cannot, because we're all related. I really feel that we literally, all souls are related. It's just we get planted in different areas and parts of the world, maybe even in
Yeah.
different times. But that's so funny. Thank you so much for that.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. But I bet you looked fantastic as a very dark
I'm
haired.
gonna send you a picture.
Oh, I want you to.
Yeah, it was a definite. Well, my eyes popped more,
Oh,
and women treated me nicer, and men didn't notice me as much. And I just mean notice, whether it was just I was walking by, they wouldn't look. It was just a little social experiment that kind of happened, and I wasn't expecting that. And then I stayed brunette for about a year, and then I realized every 5 weeks I was getting my blonde roots done, and I was like, I can't fight Mother Nature. Now I fight it the other way. I put highlights in and I get dark roots. But
listen, I get the gray, and it's like, okay. I'm ready to just say, okay. But it's so funny because I went through this stage where I was blonde,
oh,
and it
really?
was the ashy fair. In fact, let me see if I can find one that I'll
Ooh.
share. Because believe me, I was ooh la la, and you are very correct when you say you get noticed more. You know what I mean? You get noticed more. And boy, oh boy, I got treated like I was, that dumb blonde. I have to tell
Yeah.
you, and I hate that, but it was like, um, okay, but I stayed that way, but it was very hard because of the dark roots. I mean,
Hmm. Isn't that
that was
though?
hard.
This definitely correlates into your field of work and interest, in my opinion, though, because nobody, and I'm going to sound a little patronizing to your audience, but nobody should judge a book by its cover. And what I love about what you do is you dig within, you look deeper, you look at, and you
Thank
could list all of the things that you look at, but the soul, the persona, all of what your cards show you and your readings, um, all
thank
of it, as opposed to this is what someone looks like. And I really do try, and I have most of my life that I've been aware of, try to just look beyond the way someone appears and really
Yes,
judge them on the type of person they are. That's why I do try to associate myself with good people. And when I find them, like you, I
thank
want to
you.
hold them tight.
Thank you. Well, we are holding on to each other tight because I'll tell you what, it's the kindred spirit that I'm really thinking about, and with you, it's just kind of like, oh, where have you been? Okay, come on, come back, come on.
Maybe
So
I'm your sister from another mister, but
I
just
think
not
you are.
not optics wise.
Well, you know what? Welcome, because I think you are. I think you
Oh,
are.
thank you,
So,
Zelda.
well, you're welcome. I am trying to find it. That doesn't it drive you crazy when you're trying to find something and you know it's here and
Well,
you're trying
now
to
I'm now
think,
I'm date and I'm dating myself now
okay,
because the pictures I have of me as a dark brunette were before smartphones came out. Smartphones kind of developed when I was in law school. So the pictures I have are in a box, and I'm going to dig some up and send them to you.
oh, I would love that. I would love that. I can't find any of my
That's
pictures.
okay.
I'll have to get them out because I know everybody's going to say, "Oh, now Zelda, we need to see what you look like," and I will. But it's that thing,
I'm
you know.
liking it.
But you know what? I loved it, but it was not me.
You
It
can't fight Mother Nature,
Yeah,
and I bet you that also correlates into your field of work, of experience, because you can't fight your fate. And I
that's
really believe in that as well. Your fate is predestined, and it's good to know it, and it's good to prognosticate about it. But fate, in my opinion, is what it's going to be.
I agree. And I mean, a few years ago, I think I was every color on the color wheel. I mean, I was red, and believe me, I loved the deep auburn red. That was a good one, as long as it's cool, because I'm cool toned. So I have to be careful of all that.
Yeah.
And that was good. But, I got to tell you this. I went to, uh, in 1990, a long
I
time
won't
ago.
I won't tell you what I was doing in
Listen,
1990.
I went to beauty school dropout. Went to
I
beauty
love it.
school and in Jacksonville, Florida at Roffler Hair Institute, got my nail license, esthetician, the whole thing. Oh, everybody's reminding me to put my grifter badge up. I need to
Oh,
do that.
yes.
There we go. Thank you so much. Thank you. Because I'm your favorite grifting psychic. So I mean, why not
You got to.
lean into it? So it's so funny. But I had my hair pixie short
Ooh.
and it was pretty, and with this little, just this one piece that came down here, the big earrings, the
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing. But I had my hair blue black,
Ooh.
and it
That's a
was
look.
and you couldn't tell the blue. Like right now, you would not be able to. But if I went outside and it reflected,
Mm-hmm.
it was like that Superman comic where that he was dark hair, and then all of a sudden you get this little streak of blue that went in there.
Yeah.
I loved it. Bit. Oh
I
my!
saw a woman today with a purple hue, and the same thing out. She was getting out of her car at my son's football game. I said, oh, okay, she's a brunette. And then she happened to walk by and the sun caught her at the right angle and her hair was purple. It was gorgeous.
Don't you love that?
It's my
Don't you
second
love
favorite
that?
color.
I love that. I love that. We have so many great people, familiar people in the chat. We
We
have
do?
Emily C. We have Emily. I love it. Hello, Emily, my darling. And before we begin, really begin, I mean, oh, yeah, it's like we're sitting here talking and it's like,
Oh,
oh,
sorry.
you're live. Oh, yeah, okay. Um, I love it, and they do too, because this makes us real, and that's what I want to do. Is because that this is the thing. You're real, and you just need to do your own thing, and
We
that's what it's all about.
we spent a few minutes reacclimating to each other and to your audience. I'm sorry, we had to talk about hair and a little bit about nails, but everything's going to get much more interesting to you moving forward.
It will, and believe me, I think because this past week I put out a nail tutorial, how to do press on nails.
Oh,
That was
nice.
fun. And then we'll probably do some type of little makeup-y thing. I mean, that's what we'll do.
Ooh,
So that'll be fun too.
I would
So,
love to attend that. Or I will
okay,
definitely want to watch that. I love makeup and I actually love nails too. So,
you look fantastic always, and I love
thank
the red
you.
lipstick. I was gonna
Thank
do
you.
the red tonight, but I just really wasn't. You have to be, for me, I have to be in that mood to be that red, loving that red lipstick.
Yeah.
So yeah, all wonderful. But so a couple of things that I want to share with the chat. I know everyone has heard about the mega motion. I'm
Mm,
singing this song. Remember the locomotion? Remember everybody's reading the mega
Meg,
motion, right?
I
And
love it.
that was that was so bothersome to me. And for those who don't know this now, my darlings, on the Twitter, on the Twix, I call it the Twix. On the
The
Twix,
Twix.
Lindsay Catani, the fake victim, put out a 13-48-minute video. And seriously, my friends, I thought she was going to shapeshift.
I
No
haven't
kidding.
seen that.
Oh, girl.
I will
It
watch
was,
that.
well, maybe we can watch it together if you want
Ooh,
to. Uh,
absolutely.
because I can give you the rundown, and she was pretty much slurring her words, admitting that nothing is going to happen to Turtle Boy now, but what does she have to lose? And it almost sounds like there's some behind the scenes plan that I don't know what she's doing, but
Hmm.
it was it ain't pretty. Pardon me for saying it that way, but it's not very. It's not to me. These people just need to stop talking,
I
right?
wish I wish I did see that. And you don't have to play it, Zelda, but I can't even comment right now. Are you saying she's seemingly standing down in her messaging, saying nothing's going to happen to Turtle Boy?
Yeah, I think we need.
Oh.
I think we need to play it. Let me find it. Is everybody up for it? Put a one in the chat if you're up for it. I'm going to find it because I think that I know the answer to the and let me find this because
Well,
this was just mm,
while you're
so
looking, can
awesome.
I ask your chat for
Oh,
someone
please
to
do.
just confirm to me that my microphone sounds okay? Because I know on your last stream I was having some issues, so I won't know unless you tell me. So if someone just says
That's
okay or you're
okay.
too quiet,
You
and
sound good to me.
thank you.
You sound good to
Appreciate that.
me. Is every yes? We've got a one for the. Let's give Miss Nan
Thank
a
you.
thumbs up if you can hear her audio. Okay.
Thanks so
Okay.
much. I
Perfect.
appreciate that. Isn't it
Perfect.
funny? I had a real expensive microphone when I started entering online guesting, and that real expensive microphone has given me nothing but problems, but a $40 microphone off of Amazon seems to be doing just fine.
That's exactly what this guy is. I don't even know what he is. It's a I don't know Ovedsa or something like that. It's a cheapy microphone. But when I was starting out, I think I told Miss Emily when I was starting out, it was all on my phone. I didn't even have a webcam. And my laptop was so old, it couldn't handle it. My videos looked bad. I looked bad. They sounded horrible. I mean, but it's one of those things that you just have to just say, I'm going to do it.
Sometimes you don't get what you pay for,
That's
so
it. That's it. You just got to do it. Okay, my darlings, I found this, and let's take a look, and we'll get Miss Nan's uh,
oh my gosh.
feedback. I'm excited.
I
Let's
am
see what
too.
this. Let's see what this is. Let me see if I can share. I can tell the future, but I can't work StreamYard 3/4 of the time. All right, here we go. And it's getting the videos, but it's 13 minutes. She looks like she's okay. Now let me fix this because she does look like she is intoxicated. Let's see if we can get it going. Here we are.
Oh
Today
my.
is Saturday, September 20th, 2025. I'm trying to decide how I'm going to go about doing this. Let me first be clear that the series of video clips that I'm about to put out there, the series of the truthful statements that I'm about to put out there, and I know everybody, the turtle riders are going to say that I'm not correct. You just might want to listen, though, to what I'm about to say. But let me be clear that the series of things that I'm about to start putting out there have nothing to do with Eden Carney, or the ones that I'm going to start putting out there are going to have no relevance, have nothing to do with Eden Carney. They're instead going to have to do with I have to be careful how I word things now. They're going to have to do with the police officers who were involved, who should have been trusted, who I have raised my children to believe could be trusted. And this isn't about anything to do with wanting people to feel bad for me or thinking that I'm a victim or trying to switch sides or anything. Like, this is a story that I was never able to tell. This was the truth. I was never able to tell. My experience that I was never able to tell because of people on both sides. And two things can be true at the same time. So I'm trying to decide how I'm going to go about this, in what format I'm going to go about this. I have spoken and have meetings set up with people to speak about and I have to decide, do I do this on my own terms? Do I do this through a credible source? How do I do this? This is not about grifting. I am not certain people that are out there with YouTube channels trying to make people want to feel bad for them and earn $1 on this. That's not what this is about. I don't want any money. I mean, of course I need money. Like, money would be a necessity to help me deal with the civil lawsuits that are frivolous and vexatious that I have to deal with. But I'm not asking for $1. I'm offering this information because it's the truth. And I'm sick of being figuratively held at gunpoint to keep my mouth shut. And I've been doing it for a long time.
Whoa.
And this is not about Ian Carney. I know you guys all think that my vague and ambiguous tweets have been about Ian Carney. They are not. Let's make that very clear, okay? And this is not about anything to do with, she's, because I'm only repeating this because I've seen these comments like, about me flipping, or I've heard, or I'm fearful that I'm getting in trouble, so I'm going to turn on, or as Bettero put it, the scorched earth method, blame everyone else method. No, that's not what this is about. This is about the truth and the story that I am finally able to tell without anybody sitting beside me, like the Netflix producers, when there was a woman sitting beside me that had to be present when I spoke to them, which I didn't want any part of. I don't want to be on a Netflix doc. Let's make that very clear. I don't want money. Yes, I may have to incorporate that into my countersuits or whatever, or my potential lawsuits, because whatever. That's not what this is about. Money has nothing to do. The truth is all that I care about. So, that being said, I have to take some time to think about how I'm going to proceed going forward, in what format I want to do so, whom I trust to put this information out there with, because and this was a question that was asked of me, I believe, in court under oath, about whether I hate Ian Carney. And let's be very clear about something. To hate someone has to mean that you care about someone. Nice. I don't hate it. That's one thing I can say for certain. There are a lot of other people out there way more powerful than him, and these people have been for a long time deceiving a lot of people. And I'm going to leave that at that for now. I'm going to catch that. Elaborate more in the future, in the near future. But let's be clear that right now, there's no goal here, I guess, other than getting the truth out there and finally, for the first time in the past 3 years, however long it's been, being able to tell my side, my truth, my experience, the truth that I've experienced about the people in very high positions of power, without any repercussions, because at this point they've done the damage. And I know there's, every time you say, that every time you say that you think things can't get worse, of course they can. Of course they can make life much harder for me. But once I become public, once I put this information out there, it makes it a lot harder for them to do the things that they have been doing to other people. And regardless of the things that I believe Aiden Carney, I don't believe, but the things that Aiden Carney has done to me that have hurt me and my children, that I can set aside. I can compartmentalize that and put that way over there. Because right now that doesn't matter. Right now, the truth to me matters, and the truth to me is that Aiden Carney is a blogger, like he's a YouTuber. He's done a lot of horrible things to me and my kids and has collaborated with a lot of horrible people. And at this point, I'm probably accepting the fact that his charges are not going to go forward. So, that being said,
Bingo.
What do I have to lose?
Yep.
There are certain individuals that were determined, what I now know, were determined to take this person down. And I knew nothing of that. I knew what he had done to me and my children, and I was concerned about that. But these individuals had other motives, clearly. So, since I have now found out that these charges are likely not going forward, and the damage has been done to me and my children, irreparable harm that will never be able to be undone. Yes, a lot of it was his fault, but the people that are supposed to be trusted by citizens of the United States, by taxpayers, by the police officers, the local police, the state police, the feds, the people that are supposed to be trusted, that's where the highest accountability takes place. That's where we have to really start to speak up. And sure, call me not credible. I know I've got all these people that want to say all these things about me. Not one of you knows a damn thing about my actual life. But I will tell you that you're going to be surprised when you hear what I have to say, and when you hear what has actually occurred, and actually the conversations that actually took place. And I would just ask that you at least give it a listen. Just at least listen. If you hear what I have to say, and then, excuse me 1 second. I'm sorry about that. After what you hear, if you still want to judge me and say the horrific things you say about me, I can't stop you. Freedom of speech, right? But I would ask that, sorry, I do have children, so and that's the other thing. I get very few. I have four kids that I'm raising alone, so I don't have the free time that you think that I do. But just give it a listen after you hear what I have to say. After and I'm probably going to have to do this in segments, after everything that I have said and you have heard. If you still feel the same way, great, go ahead, whatever. Free speech at it. But I would ask that you at least listen and pay attention. And some things I cannot say still at the moment because there's still things going on that I have to watch myself. There's still threats being made by certain individuals. There's still a lot of people in high positions of power. I still have minor children. And I'm not asking you to feel bad for me. I'm not asking you to portray me as this is not what that's about. Okay? Let's make that very clear. Just listen to what I have to say. And then once you hear what I have to say, in its conclusion, then make your own determination. Because there is a lot that a lot of people don't know. Stay tuned.
Okay there, my darlings. Miss Nan, you're up, my darling. What is this? What do you get from this?
Okay, first, thank you for telling me this was released. I've been busy all day, and this is a gift that keeps on giving. I cannot believe that Lindsay Gattani put this out there, and I'm assuming this was on her Twitter. Oh, sorry to glitch. On her Twitter, I don't know if I follow her, but okay.
It is on her account.
So I'll approach this as an attorney, but I'm also going to approach it as an attorney who is represents plaintiffs and defendants, those who sue and are sued, and an attorney who's on social media, because I can't kind of compartmentalize. And even though she mispronounced that word due to whatever reason, among others, on her little video there, I have to wear all the hats. And here are my thoughts. This seems to be an amuse-bouche for more to come, a little teaser, if you will, for her spreading her whole story in what I guess is going to be a series of revelational videos coming out. This is an example of what someone who is being sued should never do. Now, I'm holding aside the fact that she has countersued Aidan Carney. Oh, wait, did she countersue Aidan, or did she countersue only some law enforcement and prosecutorial witnesses? Either way, she has countersued in her action. First and foremost, I'd be interested to know whether her current legal advisors, and if there are none, and I've heard, ramblings that Grant Smith Ellis is the person who does all of this for her behind the scenes. I find it hard to believe that even he would advise her to do this. But by putting this type of messaging out and what appears to be coming in the future, she is going to place herself on a sacrificial chopping block for Aidan and his attorneys, Tim Bradel. His attorneys in his defamation action is not Tim Bradel and Betterow, although they will also, Bradel and Betterow, in connection with the pending criminal charges against Aidan, they will have a field day with what she puts out there. But I want to say, if I recall, there is another additional attorney for Aidan Carney on the defamation suit, and to be honest, I don't remember his name. Right, but all of those attorneys are going to have a field day with this. She's going to be putting out there in my opinion, she should never do it, but it is absolutely the wrong time to do it when there are pending lawsuits. She has filed, Aidan has filed, there are pending criminal charges. The timing is wrong, and she should never do it in the first place. This is what kind of bothers me sometimes about social media, because sometimes people make the wrong decision as to what to put out there. And it is a personal choice. I make personal choices as to what I put on my social media, no matter who makes fun of me for it on their own streams. But I will tell you, it is a personal choice. But when it comes to the subject matter for which you are being sued, whether that's defaming someone or any other possible legal action that may come hereafter, you are really just ringing the dinner bell for those who are going to come at you for any financial worth that you may have. And that financial worth may exist now or in the future. So whether she's got two pennies to rub together now, in the future, when she gets any pennies, once Turtle Boy succeeds in his lawsuit against her, that's my prediction, he can garnish any future earnings that she may have other than child support. I want to be very clear. If she gets child support payments in the future, which I imagine she does currently and in some fashion to be predicted in the future, those are not garnishable. But if she ends up getting a job and somehow trying to prosper for herself besides her own level of grifting, that's going to be fair game for Aiden Carney and anyone else who wants to go at her. In addition to that, when she talks about the fact that she has every reason to now believe that the charges are going to be dismissed against Aiden, well, I'm extremely curious about that. I'm very happy about it, but I want to know why she knows that. Who has she spoken to? And she said it, I believe, twice. Could have been more.
Yeah.
But she said something to the effect of not, I think he's going to have his charges dismissed. She said, and your chat and future replay viewers can come at me, but she said it quite definitively. Like she has reason to believe the charges will be dismissed. Yeah. And if that's the case, any lawyer who takes her deposition, which is a sworn out of court testimonial proceeding, they're going to ask her, well, you said this on September 20th, 2025. Why did you say that? Who did you speak to? What were you told? Now, previously, I don't know about currently, because it does seem that she's become adversarial to either law enforcement or members of the DA's office. Previously, she was chummy with law enforcement and the DA's office. So if she has heard through any of those channels that the charges most likely or are going to be dismissed, well, wouldn't that be nice to really know now? In addition to that, if there is, a legitimate intention to dismiss all or some of the pending criminal charges against Aiden Carney, really the prosecutor's office should do that now. Every moment it waits, every moment the prosecutor's office delays in dismissing charges, if one wants to believe Ms. Gaetani, if they do intend to dismiss all or some of them, he's spending tens of thousands of dollars on attorneys' fees to file mega motions, to go to court multiple times, to ask for things that they've been asking for well beyond a year. And I do say well beyond. It is an egregiously long time period for some of the materials they've been asking for, or they've gotten materials and then realized, I have 4,000 pages and most of them are blank. So they have to go back to court. And I imagine, and I don't think I'm alone, and I don't know the date, but there's a court proceeding for Aiden Carney coming up this coming week. They filed the mega motion this current week. When they go to court next week, even though every attorney would anticipate that mega motion would be argued before the judge, we all can predict that Cosgrove, the specially appointed prosecutor, is not going to be ready. He's not going to file an opposition in time, which means they're going to go to court and he's going to ask for more time. And he's going to say, Judge, it's a 36-page brief and it's an 88-page affidavit or vice versa. I need more time. So what happens? Aiden wastes money on attorneys who go to court to do this for him. So all in all, and I know this was a long-winded answer, I am telling you and your audience, this is a colossal mistake on her part. Not to mention the fact that, and as I said at the top of your show, I do not like to judge a book by its cover, but she does seem to be slurring her words, visually impaired to me in some fashion, possibly mentally impaired due to some type of substance, I don't know, or drowsy. She, to me, looks like she just woke up, and that is probably not the best time for her to be expounding on anything in front of an audience on social media, because now that it's out there, she can't take it back. And I think we all can agree that when she does continue on with this series that is anticipated, if someone with a head on their shoulders does not talk her out of it sooner, I can imagine that she's going to further defame Turtle Boy. And that is a new act of defamation. So if she comes out, let's say she puts something out tomorrow and says, here's the real story, A, B, C, and D happened. And presumably it didn't happen. And presumably Aiden has reason to believe that she's lying about facts that she's putting out there, not opinions, but facts, and putting them out there to slander him. Or if she puts anything in writing to libel him, which is oral or written defamation, she's going to face additional claims in probably supplemental amendments to Aiden's lawsuit, for which she will be facing future economic or additional economic risk and harm to herself that she's going to have to pay over to him. I imagine, though, that the people she has recently countersued, and I believe I know the list, but some of the people on that list of a law enforcement or prosecutorial nature, someone is going to reach out to her and say, you need to stop. Don't do this. You're making a mistake. And I cannot wait for more to come. So this was like Christmas morning for me.
This is delicious, isn't it? I mean, and I've been posting some things here, but it was like last month and even the month before. I said by the end of September, you're going to see the foundation start to crack. And what is happening now for everyone out there that in my business, because thank God we've got our beautiful friend Nan here to give us the legal beagle side of things. I'm going to try to give you the esoteric psychic side of things with her. And by looking at her, and this happens so many times in these situations, desperation equals dangerous. She's now, in my opinion, approaching the danger zone. What type of danger? Who knows? She could be putting herself in danger. We don't know. She alluded that perhaps someone, and she said somebody was holding something to her head. I'm just going to say probably that was metaphorically speaking, but who knows?
Yeah, I know.
With this group. The other thing is, we don't know what really she knows. And I've been saying for at least the past 18 months, an enemy's enemy is an enemy's friend. And we're going to see them all start jumping on everyone. They're all going to start ripping each other apart because they're so entangled and they're so entwined that this even morphs over into the Sandra Birchmore case. And I want to take a little scenic route here, because I saw when I first came on tonight, someone had asked if I saw the show on Hulu or wherever it was, Dateline.
Dateline.
On Sandra. I did not get to watch it yet. And
I did.
Oh, did you? Well, this person in the chat, and I'm sorry, I should have written it down. I didn't. But you would ask, did I see it? And was there a connection? Because both what happened to John O'Keefe on one side and what happened to sweet Sandra on the other, both happened under nor'easters. Under somewhat sort of kind of the same conditions. And I have always said, and you can look back into my playlist, you're going to see that particular reading that I read on that way back when, and I believe it was either the first of this year, maybe the end of last year. But taking that side trip, I will say that with this whole thing with Sandra that happened before, we know how many people were interlocked. What if, let's play a what if game.
I love this.
What if they thought Matthew Farwell got away with this because they were all kind of like shoving it under the carpet, down to Nicholas, I call him Gitmo Gorino, Nicholas Gitmo. He said, oh, he didn't see 30,000 texts. How do you not see 30,000 texts? So there's a camaraderie there, a protection of their own to a certain degree. Now, what if these people, hypothetically, sort of, kind of, supposedly, from 34 Fairview, looked back at the Sandra Birchmore case and thought, oh, what better way to have something happen? Because when there's a nor'easter, they can't put up crime tape. You can't sorta get DNA off of vehicles that easily because you have the conditions are not right. Maybe sort of kind of there's something. So do I feel that these two cases are running in parallel? Yes. Yes, maybe loosely, but yes, I do. But back to Lindsay Gattani, I think she was made some promises that are not being kept. And I want everyone to look at Lindsay Gattani as the Carrie Roberts in this situation. Because I think it's almost the same. That here we go. We've got Jennifer McCabe and Carrie Roberts. Well, what on this side of the aisle? What if we have Kate Peter and Lindsay Gattani? Kate Peter used Lindsay. She had Lindsay help set up Aiden. In my book, supposedly, allegedly, supposedly. So now she's figuring it out. She don't like it. But now she feels helpless because nobody's coming to her rescue. And she looks so bad on this situation that desperation does dangerous things. And she's wanting to get the help. She's wanting to get the attention because she's sitting there. I can feel all this emotion welling up on the inside of her thinking, you mean to tell me I went through all of that and all these court dates and I'm looking like a buffoon and you mean Aiden's going to get off? So someone from authority, I'm going to say because I was pulling out the cards, you know me, hello. I'm pulling out the cards during the authority. Give me a second here, my darlings. I think I got a text in. I've got to check it. Okay. I'm checking the cards as she was talking. There was someone from authority that spoke to her and said, this thing with Turtle Boy, this thing with Aiden's not going to go anywhere. Now, what do I think is going to happen in court? Well, I'm going to tell you what I think about Judge Doolin. I think he's a wonderful judge. I think he's a good man. But I also think that he looks at this as almost silliness. Instead of because, he's a little older, he doesn't get the social media craze thing. And how many divorce cases in his career has he looked at where you've got one side coming after another and it's all he said, she said, look, this one said this and this one said this and that and that. And it's almost that to him. But I do believe he's going to take it very seriously. Do I believe that Attorney Cosgrove is going to be asked to be removed? Yes.
Yes.
Do I believe that Attorney Mellow Yellow is Go Poor Nan. She's sitting there going, "Oh, be careful there, Zelda. Don't be saying these names."
Oh,
So
you can. You can. I don't mind.
okay. Hold on, I got to take a little drink.
Yeah, it's not you're saying nicer names for them than I sure do.
Oh well, okay. Well, it's high school drama. Thank you, Boda Bob. But I believe that that's what Judge Doolin looks at this, and he does have some type of an allegiance to the officers of the court. So will he rule in order to get to really spank these people that need to be spanked? I don't know. I don't know. But I think Attorney Mellow, Mellow Yellow, whomever, melodrama will be facing some type of disbarment. Will it happen? I don't know. But I want to share just a little bit about when Lindsay was talking.
Yeah.
This is a oracle card that I drew for her. It is called Reconciliation. And you see this lone person. Where am I here? This lone person standing right here. The lone person is her. And she needs to learn how to reconcile with herself before she can come up. This lady girl, she needs a healing. You can tell by looking at her that she's got a background that was rough as sandpaper.
Yes.
She's really used to drama. If there's no drama, she'll create drama in order, because that's how she functions. And unfortunately, that's how a lot of people in our lives function. If there ain't no drama, you're going to create it. So then you got something to deal with every day. You got something to wake up for. You just can't be happy. Is that a mushroom tree? I don't know what kind of tree it is, but it's a beautiful tree.
It is pretty.
It's in bloom. And these are the telepathy oracle cards that I drew this from. So let's get into this. She's talking about grifting and not needing money, but a little Easter egg there, my darlings. She's talking about Netflix and sitting. So now we know there's going to be a Netflix.
Now we do.
Now we do. And I think this is why all of those I call them the bad actors associated with 34 Fairview is very concerned, because they are all about ego. They are all about being right, in my opinion. And what better way than to have a Netflix? I mean, Miss Attorney Nan and I could probably write a book and have a Netflix. But you never know what Zelda may do. You just never know.
I love it. If you ever do it, ask me.
Oh. It goes without saying, my darling, you're in like fun. You're here. She's here with us. Don't worry, chat. We're tagging her along. In fact, I have another important question to ask you when we're done.
Yeah.
But she's talking about she doesn't know which one is which. She doesn't have any money. She's a grifter, just like Zelda. She's a grifter. She's all this. This is someone who is juggling their financial situation. The pentacles, that's what these are, is all money. It's all about grounding. It's earth element. However, she's out of her element. And you see this little juggling maze here. Well, if you look closely, that is the sign for, if I can quit hitting this mic, that is the sign for infinity. So
Yes.
she's forever juggling her finances, and she's waiting for the Netflix ship to come in to keep her from drowning financially. That was the first one. Secondly, can't decide which way she's going to go. The Chariot card, she is the charioteer. She's the driver of, just like all of us, she's the driver of her own chariot. Doesn't know the direction. Now, this is also the zodiac sign for Cancer. There's no, I don't cast spells on top. I don't do that. I'm an energy person. I deal in quantum physics. There's no spells here. So no worries. So this is for the zodiac sign of Cancer. It is a water sign. Now, she may not be a water sign. It doesn't matter what sign she is, but this is telling me, look at all that emotion that has been rolling up. Crazy. This is a judgment. This is you see this Queen of Wands? Look at that kitty there. This is a fire element, and she has just stirred the fire. She's standing there holding a match in a room full of kindling.
Yeah. Almost like a sign of desperation.
That is definitely her. And as she continues to talk, these two cards, every time I have ever read for, and it takes in Karen Reed or Aiden Carney, Turtle Boy, this card comes up, and it's because it is the champion, and she's talking about the charges being dropped for Aiden. That makes him a champion. That makes him a winner. It's also a fire element. And you see this little wreath around his head there. That is a wreath of victory. If you want to know about, that's a laurel wreath. The Statue of Liberty in New York has a laurel wreath around her head as well. It's all about victory. And check out who's in the background. He's got people in the background that are supporters of him. And she knows it. She even said it. This is a destiny thing for both Aiden and Karen. This has got higher power written all over it. Why? Well, I mean, look at it. It's not that they are, and pardon me for saying this, and I don't mean it in a bad way, but it's not like they're anybody special. And that's what makes it so special. They are regular people.
Right.
And what they have done is they have brought forth the awareness of what is really happening, because this has been happening for such a long time.
They've revealed it, normal
right.
People, but through circumstances thrust upon them, have revealed so much.
They have. And
what is that in this Wheel of Fortune card? The red that kind of looks like
this fellow here?
Yeah.
The Wheel of Fortune card can be extremely negative in some settings. He is the collector of souls. He pretty much lets you know, give up. Don't go forward with this anymore. It's not a good thing. And you see he hovers near this wheel, but the writing in this wheel, you see the T-O-R at the bottom, and A, that spells the Torah, which are the first 5 books of the Bible written by Moses, also called the Septuagint in Greek. The other letters in between spell out the name of God. So if this just does not say there is a big destiny over this, there certainly is. And that's what makes it more special, because both Karen and Aiden are regular people, just like you and I. The one thing I want you to see also here is, look at these little fellows in the 4 corners. Those little 4-corner fellows, they are all about, on a spiritual level, writing things down. Nobody gets away with anything on a spiritual level. And even here on earth, God sees. It doesn't matter if you're alone. It doesn't matter, no matter where, God sees. It can also be a reminiscent of the 4 Gospels of Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John. So this little fellow up here with this sword, he's all about communication. And I'm loving this because look at the similarity that we have in that card and then this one. We have these little Sphinx characters. And they pretty much are on their own. But the swords are all about communication. They're all about air elements, and they're double-edged swords, cuts both ways. So it can tear down, and uh, it can actually cauterize a wound. Well, I think what Lindsay just did was cauterize this big wound for Turtle Boy. And Miss Nan is correct, because when she talks about why don't they just stop, because they've got an element of pride, because they think they are enlightened, because they think that they are a higher source. And who amongst these people do we actually know that will stand up and admit that they were wrong? And by dropping these charges, so to speak, without me being a lawyer, not really knowing the lingo, but
That's
by dropping these charges, well, there's an admission that you're wrong.
Yeah.
You got it wrong. Sorry.
It's implied. If
It's
you know,
implied.
it's definitely implied, even if they don't say that. There are times when a prosecutor's office will dismiss charges based on a whole slew of reasons, but they had every right reason to bring the charges in the first place. But the implication is they got it wrong. So I agree with you.
Yes. So thank you so much for that. You also see here that this fellow, he's hanging here, but he's not so much in dire straits. What this is telling us is, look, he's standing there dangling around, but what he's wanting to really know is he's wanting to look at things from a different perspective. And sometimes we have to do that. And that's what in order to look at things from a different perspective, that's why you get enlightened. And that's why there's this little halo-like sword kind of thingy around his head. Because, if you turn it up this way, he just doesn't look like he's stressing out so much. He looks like he's a river dancer, right?
Well, yes, he looks like Matt. What's his name? Michael Flatley, right?
He does.
Which, by the way, I believe you or I, whatever the lingo is, drew a hanged man card on my reading last week.
Yes.
And you had him looking pretty happy in my reading. So, I mean, I guess there's different ways to read cards collectively.
It depends on the outline cards too, and you're absolutely correct. Because in your reading, it was you standing back and saying, okay, I've got to make a decision. I have to look at things in a different perspective. But this is the prosecution, because of these cards and the way things are and being judged. It's the prosecution thinking, if we look at this in a way that we need to look at this, we're just going to forge ahead. Because if we cost them a lot of money, well, they may just end up giving up. Because seriously, my darlings, that's what happens in a lot of cases. People run out of money, and then they have to figure out accordingly what they can do and what they can work with the prosecution with in some cases. But in this case, they're doing it on purpose, because that's how arrogant, mean, petty they are, in my opinion. But last but not least, this card. This is Lindsay trying to work things through. And you can see she looks in dire straits. It's the Five of Pentacles. She's admitting that she's pretty much broken. She's got to move on. She's trying to work it out herself. She's trying to fix it. She's trying to do things, whatever she can, in order to salvage and take whatever of this heavy weight. Because believe me, for somebody to do this, she is feeling a heavy weight. She's feeling this weight of, oh, heck, I'd better do something. And that's the unfortunate part in these cases, just like with Aiden and just like with the bad actors at 34, you get those people who feel like they have to do something, just like that interview that the 4 horsemen the McCabe's and Alberts had,
Right.
after Karen's verdict. They had to explain. They had to come out. You don't see that much. I mean, they want to watch now, because now that this mega motion has come out, you're going to see Zelda reading on Jennifer McCabe, because she's going to want to fix things. Jennifer McCabe, in my opinion, based on everything that I've ever seen, is a fixer. She's a fixer. She has to fix.
When you say a fixer, do you mean that in the most, colloquial sense of the word, or does that also have its own definition in your sphere of experience?
Can I say,
like for
yes.
example, if you look at one of your cards and you say this person is a fixer on one of these cards, or do you mean that in just almost the most literal sense?
Can I say both? Can I say it
Yeah.
all? Because during this time, up until this moment, when I'm reading on Jawbone Jen, we all know her, Jawbone Jen, and don't forget Skin Tag. Whatever happened to her? You don't know about Skin Tag. Skin Tag was the old girlfriend of John's. Remember, she would sit around with that picture of his badge number and everything else.
Yes.
It's over, and boom, she's gone. And I would say she hangs on this family like a skin tag. You just can't get rid of her.
Yeah.
And what happened there? But with Jennifer McCabe, she's the fixer, she's the organizer. So hypothetically, let's say she was there and knew what happened that night at 34 Fairview when John lost his life. They probably told her, and from my understanding, from what I was shown, the boys knew what happened and they went to Jennifer, is the story that I'm told. Do I know if it's fact? No, I don't. But that's what I'm told. That's what I'm shown. That Matt McCabe went to Jen and said, "Oh, you ain't gonna believe this story. He's in the room, and we got to clear the decks." And that's all Jennifer needs. Okay, the organizer. Okay, we'll do this and this and this, and we'll get these people out, and we'll take these people home. We'll do this and we'll do this, and Nicole, you need to start cleaning, and you do this and you do that. It went from there. Every person had a people, place, and thing. But that's where Lindsay is right now. Will we hear something from Kate Peter? Oh, I'm sure we're going to hear something from Kate Peter, because Kate Peter now is going to feel that this is pointed directly to her, and that she's going to have to answer. And oh, what a delicious dish they are serving all of us, because there's just nothing like an enemy's enemy is an enemy's friend. And when they all start turning on each other, you're going to see. It's amazing. It is amazing.
What you just described made me think of, and the referencing of Netflix a few minutes ago made me remember that there is a little, I don't know if I would call it a little documentary. It's like I think it's one part show on Netflix that I saw a few years ago. It's called The Push. And it's a social experiment of how, like, one given set of circumstances that is presented to a group of different people causes them to all collectively commit this, like, really awful act. It's not horror. It's a social experiment. But this is kind of making me think of the McAlberts and what you were just describing with Jen being a fixer, and how she was likely presented with like a set of really unforeseen circumstances where the wagons needed to be circled extremely quickly. And then all of a sudden, a group, and by no means am I or your channel saying it is exactly this group of all of these
That's right.
individuals, but
That's right.
a group of people got corralled in some fashion with some level of knowledge or no level of knowledge to commit acts that furthered
Yes.
all that happened the night of January 29th, 2022. And I would encourage anyone to watch The Push on Netflix because it wasn't very long, but and I don't remember all of the specifics, but it will help elucidate what you're saying, Zelda, in terms of things kind of just snowball and all of a sudden all of these people, and I'm not describing who they are, and I know your channel
Right.
isn't either, but
Right.
all of these people play some role in it.
Yes.
I find what these cards have shown, as far as Lindsay is concerned, extremely very telling. And it also made me think of the fact that, and I want to say, because my review of social media this weekend has been lower than it has been recently. I've only focused on a few key things, but what I had thought I had heard was something to the effect of, is Lindsay going to flip? Is she having some type of disagreement or conflict with Kate Peter, which, to be honest, I don't follow any of that, and I block a lot of people nowadays. But I am sensing, just from this little vignette, this 13-minute vignette from Lindsay, as a real indicator of a sign of extreme desperation, and trying to find a way through, whether it's a financial, she's in financial dire straits, whether she realizes that there's no way to keep up with the advancement of Turtle Boy's claims against her. You file a countersuit, you're going to sue all these people. What happens in a lawsuit, just so your audience understands, if you countersue against, and I don't know how many people, but let's say it's 6 different people or entities, could be 6 different attorneys who are then coming at you and asking you for interrogatories and demands for discovery or a disclosure of documents, production of videos, production of metadata. She's going to get completely lambasted by attorneys representing those whom she is now countersuing against. Not to mention what I would forecast as motions to dismiss that are going to be coming her way at that initial preliminary level, just like we saw a week or so ago with Mike Crawford. His attorney on his matter filed this preliminary motion to dismiss. It takes a lot of bandwidth, skill, time, and money even to oppose a motion to dismiss filed by people who are being sued. So all in all, I am smelling desperation from her, in addition to what I think might be a substance issue, an impairment. I'm simply going to say it's my opinion. She seemed impaired, whether it was drowsy or a substance. Never a good idea to mix that with a video, with any video, and then to upload it to social media. One last point I would make, Zelda, is that video, as we all know, once it's out there in social media, it's there permanently. I tell my kids this, like, even if you send a picture to someone, it exists in perpetuity. When she put this out there, even if, let's just say, she has a glam up or a glow up, cleans herself up if she has a substance related issue, wins the lottery tomorrow and has unlimited resources financially to advance her countersuit and to defend her lawsuit filed by Turtle Boy. If she turns her life around on all fronts, it still looks really bad with this video, and there's probably going to be more, in front of a jury. This will go before a jury, and a jury's going to be like, look how she was on September 20th, 2025. This was more indicative of her manner of, expression, her manner of speech, her way of comporting herself, the way she looked, etc., at the time of the alleged improprieties and wrongdoing. So this is not going to read well before future jurors.
No, it will not. And I have to say this, do I feel sorry for her? If you take on that responsibility of attacking someone so viciously and lying about it, and then at the end of the day, when you know that the jig is up and the cat is out of the bag, so to speak, and you're standing there looking like a real doofus, in my opinion, you can't stay there and say, oh, I'm so sorry, but, now that, but to me, it almost felt like a veiled threat.
Yes.
I don't have anything to lose at this point. So who is she really going to go after? Is it Turtle Boy? Is it the Kappas? Is it the everybody involved? Because, in a roundabout way, she could drag Jennifer McCabe into this. She could drive, because Jennifer McCabe hates Aiden. So everybody will entangle themselves. Oh my, what a mess.
Well, it's so interesting that you said that, because I was taking some notes during this this social media presentation she had. And one of the things I wrote was veiled threat. I didn't know who she was threatening, because it could have been anyone. It could be, I'm threatening you, Aiden Carney, because I know the truth and I'm going to just spew it out there and let the cards or chips fall where they may. It could be a veiled threat to the prosecutor's office. It could be a veiled threat to Tully or anyone else who was related to the procurement of any information that has been used as a sword against Aiden Carney. It could be a threat against the McAlberts. Like, I know a bunch of stuff. It could be a threat to Kate Peter. So it's a panoply of possible suspects who are reading this and interpreting their own thing. As an aside, I had put something out. I had put like a kind of what was described as cryptic post on Twitter the other day. It was very personal to me, but it was perceived as cryptic out on social media the other day. I did so intentionally, but different people read it differently. So people look at a given set of words, whether they're oral or written, and they see in them what they want to see. Just like, I'm sure, with your card readings, and I don't mean to screw up the vernacular for that.
No, you're not at all.
Oh, thank you so much, D111. But
she's adorable. I have to say this. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
My mods are top shelf.
That's great.
Mods here are fantastic. So I want to thank you, and thank you so much for that.
Thank you.
Okay.
But it's kind of like when you look at your readings that you do, people, including the person for whom you're doing the reading for, will see in the cards what they want to see or what is described to them. So when I put my little cryptic post out, which had intended meaning for me, and I dare say not the way most people took it on social media, but for that point, it's what you see in it. And just like with what Lindsay did, she put this out. I see it as a veiled threat. You see it as a little bit of a veiled threat or questionable. Maybe it was a veiled threat. And all of the different people I just named, the different groups, are going to see it differently. She's probably going to have been if not sooner or already soon hereafter, contacted by different
Right.
people, whether it's attorney for Aiden if she indeed has no counsel, whether it's Aiden himself, which Aiden, if you're watching, I don't advise that. Don't reach out to her personally. That never ends well. Whether it's McAlbert's, whether it's Kate Peter or anyone from the prosecutor's office, people may reach out to her to frankly try to either shut down what she's going to say or cannibalize it and try to weaponize it against others. So this is so interesting to me.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I love
Yes, it
it.
is. I do too, because we're seeing the breakdown. We're seeing the foundation crack. We're starting to see that.
Yes.
And it's going to be amazing. Stay tuned. And I want all of you to remain watchmen and do not respond on these things, because in my heart today, when I saw this, I thought, all I know is enough that I don't know enough. Listening to her, right? Did you feel that way? Okay,
Yes.
13 minutes of my mind is not blown, but it's like I could have gotten a snack and gone to the water closet and come back, and I wouldn't have missed a thing. Right? So it's one of those things that, but this is a sign. And I would take it very seriously. This is totally a huge sign of where they are coming from, what they are going to be doing. See, she doesn't mind putting everybody else in harm's way and being in harm's way along with them. However, when somebody gets spanked, she doesn't like it, and it's not her fault. And it's so all of this tells me that this is learned or learned behavior from way back when, even before. And I can bet you Turtle Boy on a daily basis goes, what was I thinking?
I'm sure.
What? But you know what? No shade to him, because I believe me, I've had those moments where I look at somebody and I think, oh my God, he looks just like Shrek. What was I thinking? Right? You know. So yeah, that video was posted on the Twix. I call it the Twix. The
Twix.
Twitter, yeah, the Twix. So that's really in very interesting. But I want to veer over a little bit and let me know if you're running out of time, if you need to go.
I'm okay. I'm okay for now.
Okay. Because we've got a lot to do yet, but I want this, and I don't want to put you on the spot, but I want to ask you this because I think this is coming one of these days. And I've been mentioning this for a very long time, and I've been waiting for the right time. Since you will be eventually licensed in the state of Massachusetts, there will be a day, I don't know if it's going to be this year, probably next, that I will need probably an introduction. I don't know if that's the correct way, a legal letter written to 34 Fairview that says, look, Zelda Kelly is a grifter, but she's here for me. I'm ready to sneeze. Just a minute. Oh my gosh. Okay. So anyway, if I go off really quickly, it's me sneezing. But I'm wondering if it would be more professional to open the door with a letter that says, we have this lady and this is what she does, and she would like to visit your place, and if you would accept her, then blah blah blah. Would you be interested in
Yes.
maybe going with me?
Oh yeah. First off,
I'm
in. I've been there, not in the house, but I've been to the property. I'm in. And also, if you need help or someone to write that letter for you, I'd be happy to write it, and I don't even need to be licensed there to do it.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
I mean, I would state that in the letter. I would clearly make sure that the homeowners understood I'm not licensed in your state. You should have this letter reviewed by your attorney if you so wish. but I can set forth who you are and what your skill set is and what your interest and intentions are, and ask for a nice
Love
little
for you.
opportunity. And yeah, that's my fee. You got to bring me, girl.
All day, all day. Because there's a little something. I'm going to listen. There's my Captain Jerry. I could be saying I'm going to Timbuktu, and Captain Jerry's like, when do I pick you up? I mean, there's just no question. She's like, okay, we ride at dawn. Let's go.
Yeah.
I mean, hello, this is what we're doing. This is what we're doing. You are an angel. Thank you so much, because that makes me feel better instead of just going, hi, I'm a grifting psychic and I'm on YouTube and I talk about this stuff. And because, I'm a talker.
Oh,
And,
you sound like from where I'm from, New Jersey,
Oh.
New York. We say talka. We do.
talker. Well, that is Jennifer McCabe saying that about Carrie Roberts. Remember that?
Yeah,
When
she's
she
a
was on the
talker.
stand, she's a talker.
She's
a
telling them
talker.
everything.
She's telling them everything. She's a talker. Right. Hello. And I still have to learn. And for all of you here that love the Kelly Dever garage, I'm getting that sound clip. I'm getting that because that's my gig. And until I can learn really how to say that, I'm going to be doing the, garage.
I love it.
Now, there's a little something here that I want to share with each and every one of you, and it's kind of an old paranormal trick that I've done in the oldest of oldest homes. And I'm sure that our friends at the 3-letter agency have done it. They know all about it. It's all about it's all, they know it. They certainly don't need me to tell them anything, but it's a little trick that you do when you're a paranormal investigator going into an old home or building or situation where you just don't know if nefarious activity has happened. I want to go in the garage because if you take a black light and put it on these areas, and with Agent Oobligada, that's correct, Agent Oobligada, that's my name for them. If you use a black light, then you can see, because the moment that any type of body fluid comes out, I'm going to try to say it that way, trigger warning, hello, because we know what happened with Officer John, right?
Yes.
How many leaders? I still have a question. Where are those leaders? And they are in the... Uh-oh, my something went on here.
Can you see me?
Yes, it went off on my cam. And this, see, every time I start talking about John and everything else, some things start going a little, the energy starts going, yes, I know you're talking about me, Zelda, come on.
Well, it sounds like some people in your chat want to hear about John, I think. But
They
honestly,
do.
though,
We're
that
gonna do it.
black light, I imagine that Karen's team, once they got access inside, because I've heard that, the homeowners are very cooperative to them.
Yes.
I bet you they hit it with black light or luminol or whatever the different chemicals are. But I think you should do it. I will prepare a little draft letter for you, and then we can work on that letter together. Whatever, because we should lay out what your intentions are, what you'd like to do.
I would just really like to see, based on, because I know that they are so pro Karen, and I am too, and they can look at my channel and, see, but I want to bless their home when we're done, because quite frankly, I keep seeing John. And I was seeing early this morning, going through some really dizzy times, I kept seeing AJ standing and John standing and talking about where he was and where he was laying and where these extra liters of this red stuff was. John told me that is in the basement and that he was moved. Now, I don't know how that happened, but I'm also going to say this. He showed me that he rallied because when he went down, it was bad news. They were laughing at him, everything else. But he mentioned 4 people, 3 predominantly, and then there was a 4th in the back. I can't mention the names here because what am I supposed to do? Go into court and say yes? Then I would look like the TikTok psychic, and that would be just ridiculous.
Ill-advised.
I will not ruin my reputation nor anyone else's by that. That just doesn't make any sense. But the bulkhead is in there. And there's also that. Now, I've asked him if anything, because everybody has a question about, I believe from what he said, Higgy's Jeep was parked across the road.
Okay.
And that's why he was there and nobody saw his car. Nobody recognized his car because his vehicle was across the road, maybe in the driveway of that captain or wherever it was. But why would they tear up the basement floor if nothing happened? Why would they tear? So the bottom line is that someone dealt that fatal blow, and that's when he hit his head. But he says they went out around the back of the house. They went out around the back of the house and through that little gate. That's always been there from the time when this first came and when he showed me about the socks in the hospital. It was the same thing. So the idea of me going there to 34 Fairview is John's energy is looping there. Now, why is it looping? Well, he wants some answers. He wants things, and you're seeing things come out in Turtle Boy case. Just wait until Karen starts going to court on these civil pleadings, on these civil cases. And if they can start taking depositions, some of these things are going to start coming out, and look out because they're going to be scrambling. And that's, John keeps telling me justice. He will see justice. And I know that he will, because for this brave woman of Jennifer McCabe, look how scrambled she was when she figured out the FBI showed up on her front door.
Oh, yeah.
Lied to them. So this woman is not as strong as what she wants us to perceive that she is. So there's something there. I want to take a black light, go in, look around the basement. I'm sure they've already done it, but I want to do it for us. Hello.
Yeah.
I want to, the black light, and I do that in every paranormal investigation. So it's not something that had been, that's just come off the top of my head. I do that everywhere because I'm just going to tell you there's an old house in Sevierville, Tennessee, in a little burg, in a little area called Boyd's Creek. And it's where Andrew Jackson had some type of conflict with Indians. And, there was a man who went from Virginia that built a house there. And he enslaved a lot of people, and his son-in-law did not like it at all. So what this man did was he gave them $5, an animal like a horse or a donkey, a cow, whatever their idea was, and 5 acres. And he was not very good. The man who owned this place, the Wheatlands, was not very good. The son-in-law called him out on it, and they got into fisticuffs. They got into a big fist fight in the living room. Now, fast forward a few years, this house was for sale. And when you went into the woodwork on the floor, you could still see some things. And they had sanded the wood. They had sanded everything. All that body fluid went down and was, I'm just going to say, sucked up by the wood. And this house is on the National Historical Register. So you can't just start tearing up homes and so on and so forth. The ultimate was that this gentleman died because they had this, and he lost a lot of this red stuff, right?
Right.
So that's what happened. And if you still go in there to this day, and they sold it, then they did a BB&T, and then it's on the paranormal thing. Hold on. Yeah. But if you go in there today and you hold a black light, you're going to see, and it's not fresh. And there's a way. I met ice cream truck. Thank you, Bia. There is a way that you can tell if it's fresh or if it's older, just by the way that it's spread out a little bit, because over time things fade, so there's that. So that sounds great. I have a lot. Well, I've got some things on my plate. I know you do as well. So with that knowledge, knowing we've got a little plan, everyone,
Yeah.
we will now, because I want to try to get moved hopefully before the end of this year. If I don't, I don't. That's just the way it is. But then I will come up here, and of course, Captain Jerry will be, coming around the mountain to pick up Zell, and we'll be heading north, because I don't fly. I can't fly. So we'll be going there. So there's going to be a lot of areas. Believe me, I'm very experienced in this sort of thing.
I love it.
And I will be looking at the ceilings. I will be looking at the walls, because when these things happen, it's what they call a throw. It's a scatter. And if you've ever dropped anything, let's just say even glass, you know how fragments of glass just scatter.
That happened to me the other day.
Did it really?
With glass. Yes, and it went, obviously I dropped the glass down because of gravity, but everything projected upwards, including the contents of the glass and shards of glass.
Let me just give you a short little story. One time, and then we're going to get into some things, and then everybody can take a little break, get a snack, go to the water closet, do what we need to do. And we're going to come back, and we're going to talk to John. But that happened in a case that I was working for law enforcement one time, that I kept telling them there's evidence in this house. It was a wife who unalived a husband. She did an excellent job on cleaning things up, except she didn't look up. And when I told the detectives where to look, they went over there. They had 3 detectives. The 2 detectives were keeping her busy, asking questions, and the other one. So I'm going to tell you, that's exactly what it is that they do, my darlings. They keep you, when that sort of thing happens, they keep you distracted so they can be looking around. And that's what they did. She unalived him, put him in a Jeep, pushed it down over a mountain, and then it was like, oh my gosh, he passed away. And I knew it was her. I told them it's her. And they're like, well, what are we going to do? Look up. I kept getting this look up. Well, they looked up, and on top of, and it was kind of high, it was a tapestry that was on a pole that was like, it was large. So it was hanging. There was a few little spots of blood. And they saw it. And when they left, they had their crime people come in. I don't like to say taint teams. That's, I don't like that word. The crime people come in, and they did a little scraping on that. And it was over 2 years. It took them 2 years. And the DNA matched. And they arrested her. So that's what you have to do. And that's, I'm sure, I'm not telling our buddies, Agent Oobligada or anybody else what to do, or, AJ or anybody else. But, when you think that he's hit the floor or hit the ground or something else, we all get so concentrated on that particular end result that we forget that there is a journey between where he started, where he was beat up and hit, and where he landed. There's a space in between what happened, what flew. Now, the other thing that I know that he said that he was drug around the back of the house is because the back pocket of his jeans was
Yes.
torn. And they were dragging him by his butt, by his
Yep.
legs. And that's why the one shoe came off. They were dragging him. Now, they had changed his socks because those were not, he says that those were not his socks. And in the hospital, when I saw him on the gurney, the heels of his socks were on the top of his foot. And he was a Nike man, and these were Adidas socks. So he said, oh no, and they were too small looking for him. So that's what he basically said, is it came around like this, because think about this. John's over 6 foot. He's over 200 pounds. And at this point, he still may be alive, but he's dead weight.
Right.
So it's going to take him. And I still have questions about the 5 people DNA that they were found and never tested.
Right.
Now, I'm not going to say never, because I have a feeling that they have been tested, or they will be. But, just like in the Donna Adelson case and Charlie Adelson, they wait. They are very patient.
They wait.
They wait. And believe me, I want everybody to know here, I've had experience with these people, with some of my clients, and they can come out of the woodwork just as quickly as that they felt like they left. And once you are on their radar, you never go off. It's almost like a Roach Hotel. You get in, but you don't go out. Anything that ever
That's
happens,
true.
it's like, oh, okay. So do I believe that our dear agent Obligadas are gone?
Yeah, me neither. Me neither.
They can come up and everybody can say, oh, I think they're gone now. Oh, yeah. And even agents can get on here and say, no, we're not going to. Well, my darlings, they have a license to lie. Do you think that anyone who represents this 3-letter agency is going to get up in full confidence and say, oh, well, Hank was full of the brown stuff when he read that letter in court, and this didn't happen, and that didn't happen, and this just seemed weird. And we're looking, and you better be careful, Jennifer. You better be careful, Brian. You better be careful, Higgy, because we're watching. They're not watching. That. We're watching. They're not going to do that. We watching, but they're not. I mean, so they say.
I love the way you analyze these cases. I really do. Just given all of your skill set, but you really know all of the nuances so well, even if you're not an attorney. No one has to be an attorney to ever really dig in and fully understand these cases. And I love your perspective.
Thank you. And I love yours, because it's like, oh, wow, we really get this definite legals. And I mean definite because the law is definite. It's either pretty much. A little bit. Yeah. Well, it's definite to the point where we know what the law is. It's like I said the other day, it's based on the 10 commandments.
Right.
Bottom line is, you don't kill, you don't do this, you don't bear false witness against your neighbor.
True.
Lindsay, you see what happens? So, yeah, there you go. So now, my darlings, if you want to take a little break, if you got to go do something, I'm going to get set up here. We're going to ask a couple of questions. We're going to introduce our dear friend Nan to the spirit box and see what we can find out and go from there. So there you go, my darlings. Just give me a second. But Nan, please stay here. I'm just going to be getting cameras and everything, getting everything going up. In fact, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to read these. Teresa sent a super chat of $10. Thank you, my darling, for your generosity. Bless you. And thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Virginia. Oh, what a tangled web we weave. Oh, absolutely. That is so true, isn't it? Cat Randall, 2 pennies. I saw a melting snowman with 2 pennies. Interesting, isn't it? Thank you so much for the little super chat there. And $3.99 super sticker. Thank you so much on Top XX. And that is big hugs to you. Thank you so much. And Rosebud, she's hurting herself. Now you're talking about Lindsay. She's hurting herself. Kids, Turtle Boy, get over yourself. LG, and a great show. Thank you so much. It's great because Nan is here. So thank you so much.
Not true, but thank you.
Isn't it funny though? It's almost like Nan and I are Chip and Dale.
Yeah.
Have you ever thought about that? You know, indubitably. Oh no, after you. Oh no, isn't that wonderful?
That's so true. I feel that way.
I feel that way too. I feel that way. Now I do want to follow up with reading your cards. So what would you like to do? You want to read? You want to do a little reading?
I think your audience wants to hear from John, or I'm still learning about EVPs and such, so I don't know the proper vernacular, but I think they want to hear from John.
Gotcha. Okay.
But I definitely want to.
We'll do what we need to
fine tune my reading a little bit.
Yes. Because I think the other night when I read for you, it was just so new, and I know you probably have questions, and it's kind of like, oh. What? Oh, yeah. Okay. All right. So let's do this. I have a couple of cameras here, and I have a couple of things here. It's all about getting set up correctly. There we go. There's one. And
would you mind for about 1 minute that I just go check on my dog, and I'll pop right back?
Please feel free to jump off here. You'll be back. No worries.
I will be right back, everybody.
Good. We'll get set up. This is wonderful. Take your time, my darling. Okay. Now, let me see. Where? I have one here. It's this camera. Then I need to get into the studio. Be careful, everybody. Here comes something that StreamYard does, and I don't like it, because you add something, you see there? You add to the stream, and it doesn't go. It used to go behind the scenes, but now it just pops right in the middle of everything. Don't like it. I don't like it, but it's here. All right, so let me see here. I need a little something. I need a little something to put something on. Well, maybe I can just, here we are. I think this is where we're going to go. Thank you so much, Ohio Palm Mom. Thank you, my darlings. Thank you so much. I want to take a minute and thank each and every one of you for being here. I am so happy. I mean, it's a great stream because Nan is here. And isn't it just wonderful? I'm just so happy that she's here. And this just sounds so, this just gives us such a good perspective of things that is happening. Hello. Great brick accent. Oh, thank you so much, Missile. Hello. So hello there, Mama Jays. Hello for each and every one of you. Come in. You're not late, but when you're coming in, please do me a favor and bump, and subscribe, because I'm doing everything I can. I want to get to 50,000 subscribers before the end of the year. And I know that might be
nice.
That might be something. And True Oracle, my sister channel here that is also very much active in this. I want to get that into at least 10,000. We're over 4,000 right now. At least 10,000, and then 50,000. Now, before I go too much further, I want to say this. Don't forget to mark your calendars. Wednesday night, beautiful Janet Misdemeanor will be here to talk cases. Don't you love her? She's just wonderful. We're going to be talking cases. We're going to be talking all kinds of stuff. And I want to help her grow her channel. So I want everybody, if you're not subscribed, rush over there when we're done and subscribe to Misdemeanor's channel because she is fantastic. That's number one. Number two, I'm really excited because we're planning a fundraiser for Miss Kelsey Fitzsimmons. Now, someone in the chat asked me if I would read. I did read for Kelsey. There's a part 2 that's coming up, and I'd been a little under the weather, so I'm going to catch up. I'm catching up for some things. And so we're going to do a fundraiser, and our beautiful friend here of the channel, Miss Attorney Nan, is going to be coming in with us. We are going to have Emily C., Boston Bia, and Miss Janet. So all of us are going to be on here, fundraiser for Kelsey, and we're going to have a blast. And then I've got another little something for all of you because, we're going to be really celebrating a lot in October. And aside from having lunches and aside from doing all these little things, I was going to go out to a cemetery on Monday. I'm not going to. I don't believe that the weather is going to be good for me to go. Number one. And number two, I want to make sure I'm present for Karen's
civil hearing.
Your civil hearing. That's right. Thank you. So I will be doing that very, very soon. But a treat is going to happen in the month of October. And for those of you who just want to come here and chill and hang out and talk, my son will be streaming a kind of scary game, and I will be streaming him playing the game on this channel, and you and I will be talking, and we will be watching that because the one he's going to be playing is like a movie. And my son, as you know, is a professional gamer and plays in tournaments and all that other goody stuff. So, hey, why not? And he wants to come in and just as a little bit of, now he doesn't go on camera, but I will tell, in fact, well, no, he won't want me to show his picture, but I will tell you, he's the male version of me. We look so much alike. I had no help. He was an immaculate conception, and that's just the way it is. I like to think so anyway. He is, but he's handsome, tall, all that stuff that goes along with it. And he's my big buddy. But he said, "Oh, Mom, I'll help your channel." Because I'm like, I wish we could watch a movie, and we can't because of all this copyright stuff.
Yes.
And I said, why don't you play a game that is a horror story? We have plenty of other horror stories that are coming out of 34 Fairview. What's going on, Nan?
And I always glitch. It's my toxic trait when I guessed. It's something with my wires.
It's okay. It's okay.
I've only been knocked off a stream once due to my own technology. So
good. Oh yes, and Mitchell, he impersonates Christopher Walken. So he will be impersonating Christopher Walken, and it just cracks me up. So yeah, he's going to help out his mama.
He's one of my favorites, by the way. You need more cowbell. I need more cowbell t-shirts, so.
But you know what? He knows what happened to Natalie that night.
Ooh, really?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
interesting.
He knows. He knows. He knows. And so does Robert. And I don't know why we're whispering, but it just feels like me too. Okay, my darlings, here we go. I have 2. Now here, I've got something new that I want to show each and every one of you. Let me turn on this first one. It is our Ghost Hunter app. You're going to see it on this. Oh, let me turn this off here.
Your nails are on point this evening. I think that's muted if it matters. I just want you to know. Can anyone else hear the EVP?
That was my camera. That mine went off every time. It's like John doesn't want me to like hello. All right. So let me move this back. Let me move this out of the way. No, Shaggy. You may not.
By the way, can I tell you a fun fact that I just discovered about whispering?
Yes. Yes.
So if anyone has one of those Amazon devices, I don't want to say the word because it will trigger mine, but Alexa,
Mm-hmm.
if you whisper to it, it will talk back to you in a whisper. So like I have them in all over my house, and I got into my bedroom the other day and I saw it had a notification, and I asked it, this was after my children were asleep, and I said its name, and I was whispering. I said its name and I said, notifications. And it said, good evening, Nan. You have 3 notifications, and it whispered to me. So have I blown anyone's mind? If you don't believe me, try it in your house. Just whisper to your little device and it will whisper back to you.
I don't like those things.
Oh, they are freaky. I need to get rid of mine because,
Embark.
you know.
Okay, so here's our first word, everyone, is embark.
Okay.
Now, we'll keep track. I keep track of the words right here and this little thing, and it will keep track. But Nan, as you see these bars here and these little numbers over here on the left, these spirit boxes are all on the binary, and you see how it's turning red. That means that a name or a word is getting ready to come in. So embark is our first word, and Easton is our second. And thank you so much for the nail. Thank you. They are press-ons. I mean, that's what I don't have time for the nail salon. I do them myself.
Gorgeous.
Thank
They're
you.
Gorgeous.
I put them on. I buy them. I put them on. I paint them. Done. I don't have to sit, and it makes me nervous. I can't sit that long. Grand. Here we go. Grand. Now I want to show you what I've got here. If I can get this shaggy cat out of my way.
Ooh, just so you know, Zelda Bia said Easton is close to Canton.
Oh, really? Oh, wow. Grand. Okay, thank you so much for that.
It's a town south of Boston. Thank you, Mama Jays.
Easton. Okay, thank you. All right, now, a developer gave me a new thing. I don't know, but I always bring them here because developers see what I do, and they say, "Oh, Zelda, I'll give you this. I'll give you this." So it is new, and it is called a spirit bell. Now, when spirits are supposed to be close, and I'm going to turn that on. When spirits are close, then here we go. Let me get this geared up so everybody can see. A spirit bell will start. So we'll get this geared up. It's calibrating, and then the bell will ring when something is near. And if we want to ask a yes/no question, then it can say yes, no. Not yes, no, but it will tell us when other, movement is here. You see this here, movement, compass, orientation, and EMF. Now, I've only used it once, so I don't know. We may even, I heard it was a lot, but if there is a spirit here, it'll ring the bell. If not, then we can sing that song. What's that song? You can ring my bell.
Yeah.
Ring my bell. Ding dong. Ring dong ding. Right? There we go. I don't know if it's going to even work, but this is how it sounds. Oops, I turned the sensor off. There. So I don't even know. I'm not really into this. Pardon me, I'm not really into this one. It doesn't move fast enough for me. I want them to
Yeah.
move fast. So I just wanted to show you, and I'm going to turn that off for a minute, and we'll do another one. We'll do another one because I just don't know about that one. Don't know. Now let's see. I'm going to do this one. We're going to do the same one, only it's on my iPad. It's coming on right now. You can see. Oh, hello. You can see me. And then it's scanning. So we've got two of the same app. Let me fix this so I'm not showing up in the app because I'm showing up. I don't like that. Hello. There we are. My favorite kitty's showing up. Yes, this is Shaggy Noodle.
Hi, Shaggy Noodle.
I've got Shaggy and Scooby. Oh, I guess when I move, it's scanning. Okay, scanning for a signal. I have to sit back. Evidently, I'm messing with the lights. So I am grounded now, and here we are. Everyone is safe. I don't want you to worry about that. Anyone, any energy other than Officer John O'Keefe may not come in. If you are, that was me making that noise. If you are, let me move this, then you must leave immediately. You are not welcome. Let me pull this up here so y'all can see. I don't know what that is. It's a W.
Is that uncommon where you just get a letter?
Yes.
Okay.
Sometimes, yes. So we're asking John, if you are here, if you can give us a name, if you can give us a year, what year, is there anything that you need to tell us? So we are grounded. He is here, green, okay, is our next word. We have two of them, two of the same apps going at the same time. So it is listening. And the numbers over here, Nan, that you see that are in the green that are running very quickly, those are frequency numbers. So they're running on a binary. So it's frequency. So when you see the bars, let me do this. When you see the bars go red or turn another color, that means, I think that's pretty good. That means that it is getting ready to say something more.
And will these two apps running contemporaneously shoot out different information?
They should.
Okay.
PM, okay. So it could be PM, could be, yeah, Richard Green, it could be. But historically, Nan, while Karen was going through her trials, it was quite amazing. We would get on here during these trials, and he would spit out, this energy would spit out names and all kinds of different things. And it actually named Jennifer McCabe's sister. We did not know who it was until the day that AJ, remember, asked Jennifer, where's your sister?
Yes.
This gave the name of her sister. We didn't know who it was. And it had done that several times. So it looks like we're getting ready to get another machine. Okay. Could that have been a washing machine? Could it have been a dryer? Could it have been, because he told me or showed me when I had a remote viewing that they put him in a cold, dark room and he was left. So, I mean, that could be the garage, or it could be.
That's so eerily good pronunciation.
I don't know. I have to practice.
Garage.
My chat thinks it's so hilarious. And I even did one of those little baby things. Hello. It was so funny. But, okay, so oops, I have to be careful. I interrupt the lightning and then I show up in the spirit box.
Do these have to be separate lists? like I'm doing a tally of the
They
words.
don't have to be separate.
Here's a
Caden.
Caden. Caden.
Who is Caden? That sounds familiar. Um,
Caden.
oops, hello everyone. I'm in there. I need to turn over this way. There we are. Bad to the bone, paranormal. Thanks so much, darling, for being in here. I appreciate you for coming. I can't take that. I don't like seeing that. Let me see if I can fix this. Garage. Garage.
That
There
gets me every time.
I know it. Where did she get that? Garage?
It's so bad. And it doesn't seem to be local to the geography. You know, up in Massachusetts, I have, and others obviously not from there. We note accents up there, and we note interesting ways that you all pronounce towns up there that may not be understandably pronounceable elsewhere. But I don't think garage is local
No.
to that area.
No. So what does almost here mean?
Maybe he's on his way, or he's here.
Could it mean that we almost have it figured out?
Almost
Almost
here.
here. We're almost, I don't know. Now people in the chat were saying, does Caden rhyme with Aiden? Aiden,
Ooh.
the name Aiden has come up before. Nose. Okay, so you did have the shard. Let's not forget about the shard of glass in the nose. PM, does that mean twist?
Oh my God, I'm getting goosebumps.
Oh, as long
This
as
is
you're
so-
okay.
This is so awesome. Yeah.
It is amazing to me. And I've actually invented one of these myself. I used it in the chat. It's been probably about 3 weeks ago or so, and I will be offering it, but I got to make sure that it is spot on because I
Here's
certainly
one. Rating.
I certainly don't want to offer it and then have problems. So, but it is pretty cool looking. Garage is not local. How she said it. Yeah. How did that happen? Brennan used to say LAR enforcement. I am not
LAR.
a liar. I'm not LAR. I'm not
He
LAR.
he botched a cornucopia of words. It was quite frightening to listen to.
Well, I'm just glad that you're here cooperating with me.
It's my pleasure to cooperate. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Okay, so what are you rating? Do you want me to try another spirit box, John? Do you want me? Because this is a lot. So hematoba, yeah, that's another one. Your sound. What does yours sound mean?
Yours.
Just don't get on blast
maybe
out.
maybe it thinks we're talking too much. Could that be it?
Possibly. But I've noticed that the more that we talk and be conversational, the more that sometimes it comes through. So,
Okay.
because the energy is absorbed by energy, and that is the difference. I'm going to sit like this so I don't reflect in that.
Maybe it's because we have a level of our own distraction, so therefore what's working on that end is able to do what it does, you know?
Exactly. And I believe that from everything that I've ever studied, that energy absorbs in order to manifest. Woman. I am woman, hear me roar.
Shareholder.
A woman shareholder. Who would that be?
Well, I'm
What
sure
does that mean?
she was a financial analyst. I would bet my law license that she owned, at least at the time, a ton of stock and had many investments.
Now, who are we talking? Who's she?
Oh, excuse me, Karen.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes, certainly. Well placed. Absolutely. With fidelity, absolutely. So, and you'll see that the more that it starts, and I'm going to switch in a minute, and you'll see that the more that it acclimates, the more quicker, or the more, just like right now, we're getting ready to get another word retreat. So, are we talking about Karen? Now, Nan. It is said the words Karen, Higgy, Brian. Oh, my darling. Brian, Higgy, another Brian, Chris.
Really?
Oh, yeah, it has named names. John, Peg. It has definitely named names.
And some of those are moderately unique. I mean, Higgy, Peg, Peg is generally Peggy or Margaret,
And Colin. And Colin. Yes, Colin. Wow. It is said Colin. Look, education. Chloe, definitely. So are we talking about Karen now? Do you want to talk about Karen? Do you have a message for her? Are we talking about Karen? Advise. What would you want us to advise? What do you want us to share? What would you... 50.
He's going to be, he would have been 50 this year, just like I will be 50 this year. We're born in the same year, same birth month.
Oh my gosh. Yes.
I'm just throwing out what
I'm so glad that you said that, because, so this is him, because he is the temperance card, Sagittarius, as
yes.
You are, correct?
Yes. I'm Capricorn, because I'm later in the month than he was born.
What, can I ask what day?
I'm December 23rd. He was the 14th, I believe.
I'm
on the cusp.
Okay, you are on the cusp. Wow, that's amazing to me. 50 this year, and he said. So when I asked him what year is it, he's telling us he will be 50 this year. So that's amazing. Wow.
Possibly, and
I bet that's what it is.
Hey, Bia, I'm looking in your chat. Bia is a Capricorn too. See? I knew we had something in common.
I love my son is a Capricorn. He was born Christmas Day.
That was my due date. Burn. But I came a little early.
Aw. Yeah. Okay, so what is burn?
Burn.
I wondered, because he was sort of aware of what happened. I mean, he didn't go, but see, there's something here that Dr. Lapizada said, and I keep coming back to this. With that type of head injury, you have literal minutes, maybe seconds, before you start succumbing to this. And that's when that blow happened, and then they dumped him. See, look at this, cold and burn. Wow.
So maybe frostbite. Frostbite has the effect of burning.
Yes.
Maybe that's what he was feeling, and the issue of the development or slower progression of the development of frostbite was an issue in the trial, because, see, I'm glitching again. But had he been struck when the Commonwealth claimed he had been struck, he would have had much more signs and indications of frostbite. But there wasn't a lot of signs and indications of frostbite, which concluded La Posada to determine that he could not have been outside as long as the Commonwealth wanted everyone to believe. Mount anyone. What are you getting at, John?
Wow.
Sorry,
John.
I don't mean any disrespect.
No, no, Mount, anyone. So there's something in here. But yes, someone asked in the chat, oh, look at the red soldier.
Oh, okay. Didn't Higgins serve? He served in the military.
Yes, he did. Is there a city around Canton that is like
Nathan.
around
Oh, sorry to interrupt you. That's
no.
Nathan Reed, maybe?
Nathan was in the military, wasn't he? I mean, Mr. Reed was, Dr. Reed.
Well, that's Bill, but Nathan's the brother.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
But I'm totally guessing, guys. Like, everyone's like, yeah, I have no idea.
Well, that's the whole thing. But someone
Both.
Well,
so what are we talking about?
So I said Dr. Reed and you said Nathan. So maybe he's talking about both, right?
Interesting.
See, someone in the chat was asking about Higgy. It has said Higgy in the past. Many of you have been here. Oh, look at that word. Be careful, chat. Be careful, chat. Don't put it in there.
Yes, it's Adaptation just posted Brian A. was in the Marines, and I was just about to say that too. I thought Brian Albert also served.
Yes.
So maybe it's the two of them.
Does anybody have a middle name or another name associated as Nathan? I know it's not Higgy Nathan or, any of those things, but maybe it's that they know, maybe both of them know who did this word right here, the unaliving.
This is so fascinating.
It is extremely fascinating. I mean,
I could watch this all night long.
Well, look out.
I'm moving in, Lady Zelda.
Come on. You're more than welcome. Just come on. We could buy a big house.
Why not? I'm an inverted grifter. All I do is pay money into all of this. Oh, was a word coming? Oh, there we go. Don't tempt me. I hit at the most mend. I have my glasses on. Mend. Ooh, his pants pocket was ripped.
Yes.
And it was not mended, and that, as you were indicating before, was a sign that he was dragged.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember this, my darling. During the trial, there was wait, I've got to find a plug to plug in this one camera, or I'm going to go down in history. Let me see.
Yeah, someone has posted there's no source saying Nathan was in the military. I think maybe Nathan may know something, perhaps that Karen has told Nathan. Let's not forget that Karen hasn't told her story yet. And I noticed here we go, romance was up there. Wait, romance equally. Oh my God, it's quick.
It is.
Romance equally.
Amazing.
Interesting. So, oh my gosh, what does that say? Previously
Peter. Kate Peter?
Oh my God. I know you said it was going to speed up. I didn't know it was going to be this fast. Oh my.
Believe me. I bet Kate Peter knows something.
How? It's so strange because I don't think that woman knows a darn thing. I think all she knows is that she doesn't like Aiden Carney, and she's married to that concept. But
All she
Um,
knows is enough to know that she doesn't know enough. Let me see if this is going to work.
this is so
There
freaky.
we
I
go.
love this.
Oh, did I move that incorrectly? There we go.
But we know from even the body cam footage that has come out recently that was obtained by some pursuant to FOIA requests, even when Karen was arrested, I guess it was her second arrest when she was upcharged, she said to her father in the station, she said, you know that last email, here's one review. She
Review.
said, that last email I sent you, Dad, I sent it to you tonight, send it to everyone. And my point
Yes.
is, she hasn't told her story yet. So even hereafter, when her story does come out from her, in her words, where she's blessing the review of and disclosure of the content, maybe a lot of these EVPs will need to be revisited for you because things may then come to light.
And we keep them because they are recorded. You see this little scroll here on clean. Oh, remember what I said tonight? Cleaning.
Yep.
What's
The
her face?
clean. Well, Albert, Nicole Albert, if you know, not everyone, people testified, oh, all she does, my sister loves to clean, clean, clean,
That's
clean,
right.
which I think all of us who know with certainty and have known all along that something nefarious happened that night that did not include Karen Reed. It just stuck out to me as a try. Here's one. It stuck out to me like a sore thumb that people felt the need to mention that Nicole Albert was cleaning that night with house guests.
Yes.
It almost seems like worth not mentioning.
The perfect storm. The setup of knowing that there's alibis, so to speak,
Yes.
knowing that you got a part of the story that why would normally who talks about, oh, somebody wants to clean. That's
Yeah.
normally, yeah, normally
It
some
just kind of doesn't
absolutely.
fit.
It doesn't fit at all. Doesn't fit.
Clean. Try.
This Kate Peter thing. Now I'm going to because I do want to
Peter.
show.
Oh,
Oh, go right ahead. Go right
sorry.
ahead.
Peter Murphy. I think I might. Yeah, in your chat, Peter Murphy. So he was a
Is it
former
Karen?
Canton sergeant, I think was his highest level. And he's become very outspoken subsequently, leaving the department. I think he retired. Medal. Here's one.
Metal.
But he's a strong Free Karen Reed supporter. I've met him several times, and he's a good man. But he's been very critical of the police.
Former Canton police officer. Thank you. I wish I was a Leslie's girl. Thank you. Thank you. Gosh, I love these names. You guys are amazing. And Terror. Oh, hello.
Um, I have a question.
Yes.
What? Oh, so it looks like a new word's gonna come
New
out.
words coming. Yes.
Um, symbol, symbol poor.
Poor symbol poor.
Is it the poor Irish face of Nicole Albert that was in
Could
Kevin
be.
Lenahan's book?
Yeah.
Symbol poor. My question is, why do you run two of these apps?
Because the energy sometimes is so thick that it will double up on words and it will go so fast that it's hard to kind of keep up with right now. But it's also a demonstration because I'm getting ready. Watch this. I'm going to this app right here. I'm going to change over to another one. Sorry for the reflection in there, my friends. I'm going to change over to another one to show you how these things can work. And you're going to love this. Now this is a new one and it talks.
Oh my.
It's calibrating and now we have to tap it, and away we go. Let me see if I can get this focused and not. Let me see. Be patient, my darlings.
Patience.
Did you hear that? I just said patience, and it said patience at the same time. Let me.
Abuse.
There we go.
Wait, are these keywords that I'm noting?
Yes, these are new words. This is a new app. It's calibrated. Oh, it says
Ask him. Ooh. Oh my God.
What did you do, Shaggy?
Are you saying? Do we talk to John? Do you ask John?
Yeah, we can.
John,
ask.
are you saying we should ask Peter Murphy something? Is that what you're getting at?
Or should we be asking you?
Yeah.
What would you want us to ask you? See, this patience and abuse is almost it's different on the spectrum there. So, okay, so I'm going to ask you this, John. Of the 5 people that had DNA on you that supposedly, allegedly was not tested, can you give us one of the names? Will you give us one of the names of a person?
Personal.
I moved that and said personal.
So,
Attraction.
ooh.
Oh, attraction, Higgy. Because, Higgy had a personal attraction for Karen.
Yeah, but I truly don't think it went vice versa. But yes,
No.
he did.
No, it was not. It was
Heaven.
Oh. So we know your energy. We know you were there. Your energy is here with us. So tell us who was there. Give us a name. Oh, that was me moving it. I'm sorry. I'm just trying to get all this glare out of it so you all can see. I want you to be able to seat.
See, this is my question about this subsequent technology you've put up here.
Okay.
All of 3 of the 4 words that it has uttered have sounded like words you just said. You said, I want to make sure you can all see, and then it said seat.
Seat.
When you started, you said patience, my dear, and it shot out patience.
Patience.
I'm wondering if it may not be as authentic of a...
Well, it does not have a microphone in that regard.
Oh, that's freaky.
It picks up on the binary system, cold. So it picks up on the binary system. And so what it could be doing is picking up on the vibration of the word. And sometimes it will mimic in order to be able to get that ability to, what do I want to say? What is the right word? The ability to gain momentum in the words. So
I'm sorry, Zelda. I'm just responding to someone in your chat. I'm not trying to debunk the EVP.
No, I want you to. I want you to, because those questions are extremely important for everybody to understand. It's not something that, it's hearing, so it's mocking, or it's replicating what I'm saying. Sometimes it will mimic just to get that ability to feel Claire. Who's Claire? To feel how the words are going to be.
That's my middle name, if it matters.
It does, because we didn't know that.
I did.
And you did. So it's probably saying that to let you know, hey, now I'm going to change this because I don't like it's not moving fast enough, and we need something moving. So let me change this. I'm going to take this down. I'm going to go out of this, and then we'll go into something else. Let me see, what is it here? Oh, hello. Do I want that? Oh, something just shut down. Okay, this is what I'm going to do. Oh, there's a cat moving my table. No.
This is why I don't own cats. Because they would completely, like, wreck everything I have.
Well,
And I don't mean any offense. They
no,
just...
welcome to my world. This is, now when this energy is like this, it's like they all come around and no. Okay, so this
Someone wrote Claire Albert was a witness. Who's Claire Albert, guys?
Was that
Claire? Is there a Claire Albert?
Who is?
I'm sorry to interrupt you.
That's okay. I'm using Spirit Talker. Isn't this the Spirit Talker? Or is this the Ghost Hunter thing? The Spirit Talker. I don't know which one is the Spirit Talker. She's a talk. Is a spirit? Is a
She's
talker.
a talker. She's telling them everything.
Claire? No, there's no Claire Albert. Caitlin Albert.
What does that say? Ban. Ooh, now, that rhymes with Nan. I'm sorry. I'm getting a little punchy.
There you go. No. That's quite all right. That's quite all right. And if you need to take a break or do anything, you just let us know. Now, this one you see on this camera below, this is a dial, and this one actually speaks. Sometimes it growls. Sometimes it's not so pleasant. But we'll see if it says anything. And sometimes it's a very low guttural voice. And if before I turn it on, when you see these little red dots light up around the dial, that means a word is getting ready to come in. So we'll go ahead and turn that on now. And I'm going to move up the C. Now that is an EMF. Oh, wow. Look at that energy. The needle going in the middle of that. And there's a lot of energy here. There's a lot of, that's an EMF reader. So, the app is called Spirit Talker. I'll have to see. I'll have to see which one it is. So, yeah. The cat distribution system. Oh, yeah. They distributed themselves to me, all right. We are all made up of energy, yes. There you go, bad to the bone. Thank you. So we're asking you now, can you come through on this particular app and say something? Now, when we were doing this for the lady, I can't even think her name, from the cruise ship that is...
Amy Bradley.
Amy. It said she's alive.
Ooh.
This said she's alive when we were asking. So we'll see. We'll see. But this has talked about all kinds of different things. But let's see. Let me turn up the sensitivity. You're going to hear a growl. It does that when I turn it up. There we go. So I turned up the sensitivity. We're going to see if it says anything. If not, then... So, John, I don't want to lose momentum. Did anybody hear that?
I didn't hear what was said, but I heard it.
It said, oh, I have chills. It said, is that John here? So maybe I need to be quiet. It said something about John. Abigail. Who is Abigail? Can you tell? And let me turn it up a little bit here. It's all the way up. I'll put this down here. Sorry. That's me.
Abigail. Wait a minute. What are and I actually don't want to state these out loud, but do we know the names of all of the McCabe children? I know there's an Allie, and I know she has a bunch of daughters. Does anyone know if there's an Abigail?
I don't know. We've seen Abigail before. So I don't know if there's an Abigail even related remotely. So whoever spoke coming through this particular app, we would like you to say something more. So is there something more that you can say? And you can see when that needle goes up and gets to the middle and the lights go on, it will say something. Hi, Patricia. Hello, my darlings. Hi. I hope you have a wonderful weekend. Thank you. Abigail is Steve Scallions. Scallions. Hello. Let's get into the food. We always do that here. Steve Scanlon's daughter. Okay. She was one of the law students helping the defense. You're welcome, Patricia.
Okay.
The doll John, Zelda had a show about it. Oh, that was Annabelle. That was Annabelle.
Yes.
Up in Connecticut. The app Zelda is developing is pretty awesome. Just saying, thank you, Laura. I wanted to have it round. I wanted to do it very well. I wanted to bring it aboard tonight, and there's just some things I want to tweak with it. And coding is something freeze. We know you were freezing. We know it was freezing cold. So thank you so much for remembering that. Okay, let me see if I can dig out what this said. Sound history. Let me see. Did anybody hear that? Did you hear? Let me
Yes.
play it again. Let me play it again. Would you? Oh, there's my coffee. Hello.
I was going to say.
It said something.
I didn't make out what it just said.
Okay, let's find out. Let's find out. Let me turn that off and let's find out. Wow.
Oh man, this is.
Where's that other one?
This is going to haunt my nightmares.
Oh no.
That's okay.
Okay, I'm going to try this again. Everybody listen. Let me see what it just said. Now that is a huge, I'm sorry about my tea. That's not coffee, that's tea. Listen again, everyone. I'm going to say this. I'm going to put it in here.
And in return to claim their phone.
I'm in return to do something. Let's try the one before that. Shaggy. Come on. You can.
Ooh, what does that say up top? Preacher?
Preacher. Let me play this again and all of you listen. Okay. That is such a non-aggressive voice too. Let me see this.
And in return to claim their phone.
I am returned to something. I am returned.
And in return to claim their phone.
And in return, this is probably the longest one that we've had. Let me play one before that. Okay, that wasn't anything really. Fathers. Oh, it's got designer on there. Okay, so we don't want to freak Nan out. We're going to, if you can just stand my tea. No, I'm going to take that off.
Absolutely. I'm just getting used to this. I'm okay.
Are you? Okay.
I am. Yeah.
Okay, so let me talk here. I do not. Oh, I have Ghost Talker. Ghost Talker on. Oh, there.
Oh, trick.
Whoa.
Ooh.
Okay. Interior. And this said year old trick. Let's get it to focus. Shelter. Get down, Shaggy. It's okay, Angel. It's okay. I have returned to pay my bill. That kind of sounded like it, Mitchell. Oh, do you need something to eat? Pardon me.
Hey, JMS, you're right. I will be sleeping with the light on tonight.
Oh no.
No, it's okay.
I'll send you good vibe. You won't have to worry. You need something to eat? Okay. Excuse us a minute. Somebody's belly is
Poet. Yeah, go feed Shaggy.
His belly is hitting his backbone. All right, let's go, buddy.
All right. Yeah, so I'm here to decipher all of this for you.
Yes, thank you so much.
I'm an expert at this now. I've been doing it for
Good for
45 minutes. Poet. Does Poet have... I have returned...
I have returned to pay my bill.
Everybody's comments about how I'm reacting to this are making me laugh. I love it. All right. So what do we got? Poet. Oh, before. Poet.
Thank you. Shelter. See, this one, the Ghost Talker doesn't want to poetic justice. I'm loving that, Ruthie. I heard
that.
Phone. Okay, I have returned to father. I heard that on one. He can pay my bills, right? Hello. That would be fine to me. Let me see. Somebody. They all know I'm live, but yet it's a let's just text Zelda while she's live. Zelda will sit there all day long and not get a call, not get a text. And the moment she's live, oh, I know where to find her.
Yeah, it's definitely, it's kind of like when you think about someone you haven't heard from, or you might owe them a call back and they pop into your head and then suddenly they reach out to you.
That's exactly right. I'm in return to save my soul. Wow, Netta.
That's kind of to be honest with you, Netta, that's what I thought it said.
It said something about returning. Definitely. I'm going to have to put some earbuds on and listen to that. It was freaky. Believe me, sometimes, and I got to tell you, sometimes this stuff bothers me. I mean, let's see.
Don't tell me that.
Well, no, because it bothers me because I can't figure it out.
Oh, okay. Okay. You can tell me that.
Yeah, it bothers me because I can't figure it out. Finger, is that the Canton salute? Hello. We know that they all give the finger around there.
It might be.
My phone. My daughter calls the second I start work.
Read. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, I still feel that it's talking about Karen. So listen, I vote that we go back to that same one. This one just doesn't want to seem like it wants to pick up anything. And I do that so all of you don't see my work. This is it's not even hooked up to the internet or anything. It's an old iPhone. So there we are. metal. I paused it at metal where we left off.
Oh, okay.
So it's not going anywhere. Cosmic works in wonderful ways. Yes, it does. Listen, put a 1 in the chat for Nan to come back absolutely fast soon.
Yeah.
So yes, please be a regular. Please be a regular.
Oh,
Love it here.
absolutely. If I can ever make it work, I absolutely will.
Yeah, I know you're busy. You've got a lot going on with your cases and everything else. Yeah,
This
look,
is-
everybody loves you. We want
Thank
you to.
Oh my God, that's a lot of ones.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd be happy to return, and I feel right at home.
Oh, please. This is your home, definitely. Bad to the bone, my darling. Gotta run. Well, thank you. Good night, my darling. Listen, when I get close to whatever, we'll be going out. Bad to the bone.
There's a
For sure.
Daniel. Daniel.
Happiness and Daniel.
Happiness.
And I'll be watching you on the Talkie Tick.
Oh yeah. And I go on I'm doing a fundraiser to tomorrow night. I think it's a triple fundraiser for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, Turtle Boy, and oh my goodness. Oh, that's really bad. There's a triple fundraiser tomorrow night that I'll be on
Oh,
for
good.
Mazza Media. Then I'm on LTL on Monday.
Oh, good.
But I'm always happy to return. I enjoy
Good.
this.
Loved having you. Well, yeah, let us know where you're going to be so we can swoop over there.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
definitely
glitching.
free. Happiness and free. Now, for
For-
those of you who are in there tomorrow at 2 p.m., members only on True Oracle, I will be reading your questions. So make sure that your memberships are there. We'll be here at 2:00 tomorrow afternoon. And I'll be reading your cards. Monday night is Manifestation Monday, where we talk about quantum physics and manifesting and living the life that you deserve and all of those good things. And then Wednesday night, my darlings, is our time with Misdemeanor. Thursday night is Help, I Am Haunted, where I tell you the stories. Friday night, you have a night off. You don't have to be with me. Saturday night is another Seeing Crime. And I'm sure we're going to have a lot to talk about after this week with all of these court appearances going on. So that'll be really something. So now we've got Happiness and Free.
You're a busy woman.
I'm usually live a lot or reading a lot or doing something. So yeah, I love it though. This is when you're a grifter.
Oh yeah.
That's what you got to do. Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. That's what you got to do. Bill Reed, not bills.
Free Kelsey. That's true. I'm just reading your chat too.
No, please go right ahead. Pardon me just a minute. Somebody
Yeah.
is over here doing something. What's happening over here?
I was on a stream last week. It was really this week, I think. But and one of the guests on the panel, her cat knocked over like an entire display of plastic balls or something like that. It made the loudest noise, and she didn't even flinch. So I guess you kind of get used to that stuff.
Well, you see it coming because, like on my end,
one?
I mean, they've knocked over They've knocked over tumblers that are metal, and it makes the absolute clickily clackily worse, bad thing.
Does it startle the cats when the cats do it? Does the cats scare themselves?
No, it's kind of like we'll show you who owns this joint. That's pretty much, it's usually wanting to get my attention, and when I don't, like, feed them. Okay,
Yep. Rolling.
So what is the Thank you, Karen. She says Zelda is our favorite psychic grifter.
Oh, I
Thank
love
you.
that.
Thank you. I love it too. Tell me in the chat, have you ever seen another channel like mine? Reading cards,
Mm.
paranormal, talking about this sort of thing, manifestation, doing all these things. Tell me, have you seen another channel like mine? No, no, okay. Because I mean, look, himself, alignment with himself. Now that's different.
Hmm.
Can you tell us? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. I am an original, or original. It could be original, not another channel like that. It might be a blessing that there's not another channel. Density. No, never. Zero chance. Thank you. Follow a bunch of tarot readers, but not a YouTube channel. Thank you. I follow some tarot readers. I mean, just a tarot reader, nothing like you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Because you know what? I'm my own gig. And that's what it amounts to. I'm my own brand. This is, you see the life of Zelda, the house of Zelda. This is it. When I move, I'm taking you with me. You'll see my office. You'll see what I'm doing. That's what we're here for, right? That's what you're here for. You're here because you want to see. You're here because you want to do. And that's exactly what we're here for.
I
mean,
love that.
Well, I've been doing this a very, very long time. And I love to share. I love to teach. Why not teach everybody everything that I know, which in the vast amount of things is, in the whole universe is certainly not a lot.
Indirect voice. What does that
Indirect voice. Wow. Are you talking about the indirect voice? Are you talking about that voice that we just heard on that other app? Are you talking about that? John, I would love for you to name someone that was there that night at 34 Fairview that played a significant role in perhaps what happened to you. You guys are so kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Mitchell says, I have the best grifter psychic award. Thank you. I'll take it. Fade.
Yeah.
Fade. I'll take it. I'll take it. Listen, I have a blast. I want you to know, making these backgrounds and doing all these things and making all this, you just don't even know that is just my gig. It's right up my avenue. I love it. And why not share it? Why not share it? Karen says, Zelda, you make us a part of your channel. Others just read cards and go about their day. Well, you know what? I could tell you stories about how I learned from my grandmother. She did the same thing. Used to be in the old days, my grandmother and myself, we would take in people that would come to our house. And look, if they didn't have money to pay me, that's okay. Bring me a can of corn. Bring me, they would bring me boxes of, when my son was little, a baby, warm country. Okay, I relate. But my clients would know that I just had my son. Now he was old enough, they would bring the Gerber baby food that was not unopened, or they would bring me, he was on soy milk, so they would bring soy milk. They would bring eggs, initiate smell, Shaggy. And they would, I know what you're talking about. John's energy. Yes. And I believe that if you need this is not KP. This is John O'Keefe's energy. Um, but I believe in this regard, if you really want a reading and you go that far to bring me a can of corn, you deserve a reading. That's how I've always, I mean, and I'll tell you what, my grandmother, she was the funniest lady in the whole world. She would go to her mailbox daily and people would put gifts in her mailbox. That was her Amazon wish list, I can tell you that. They would put everything note. What's the note? They would put everything from eggs, fresh eggs, in the mailbox. And you know, we were egg farmers at one point. You know, if you have an egg and it's a fresh egg, they can stay room temperature because there's a membrane on the outside of them. It's only when you wash your eggs you have to put them in the refrigerator. So they can stay sustained on your shelf. So people would hear, oh my gosh, you put eggs in your mailbox. Yeah, it's not going to hurt them.
Right.
The chicken, right? Hello. So it's not going to hurt them. But amazing. They would come to her house, use the restroom. She would go into the restroom. Hi. Oh, I know what that's about. And she
Hi.
would go there and she would find a $10 bill, $20 bill, you know, and it was just kind. It was kindness that, you know, my grandmother was excellent and I learned from her. So, you know, we're not the grifter types. We were just, my grandmother always taught me, you have to do the right thing by people. You don't mislead them. If you do, you lose it. And I've never wanted to do that. I'm always truthful. If there's something in a reading that isn't good, I'll tell you. Subject.
By the way, Zelda, I hate to interrupt you because I'm having the best time, but I have to put my kids to sleep. And I wish I could stay on because I'm enjoying this and I'm fascinated by it, but
Okay.
they've got tournaments and sports, and
You
that's
go
what
right,
mommy's here.
you go
But
right ahead.
but what I'd like to do, if I may, is A, I'd love to come back if you ever ask me, and B, I'd
Yes.
love to put my AirPods in, and that's how I got started in this. I just listen and I sit in the chats. Like I'm happy to keep
Wonderful.
watching. At least I
Wonderful.
listen while I'm putting them to bed.
Please, please, please. So, yes, thank you so much because I just looked. You've been with us for 3 hours. That is just heroic.
I enjoyed every the time passes.
It does.
Do
It
you
does.
stream regularly on? I know I heard your other schedule for the week,
Yes.
but do you also regularly stream on Saturday evenings?
Yes. Every Saturday, 7 p.m.
Well, I
Yes.
know at an absolute minimum, I generally have no social life, and
You're always
I may
welcome.
make a point of either popping in or definitely watching your fascinating content on
Thank
Saturday
you.
evenings.
We sure have loved to have you here. I want to thank you so much for coming. You always light up the room, you light up the chat. We love your insight,
Thank
your
you.
your legal commentary. You take the edge off for a lot of us because a lot of this legal thing it can be very
Over
intricate.
your head,
Over
yeah.
our heads. Hello, that's exactly right. Exactly, exactly. So, but yes,
What is
correlation,
gotcha.
correlation.
I'm trying my best to try to keep track of these. And also, this is going to be an interesting week with some hearings coming up, and you know, I'm definitely going to want to tune in to you and And I'm also around. If anything pops up
Yes.
on any of these hearings and you're like, I have no clue what's going on, you can always reach out to me and I'm happy to
Okay.
give you some answers.
The last word is lay, and then I'm going to shut this down so we can say goodbye to our dear friend.
Oh,
Um, because I'm not going to be able to go that. Oh, look at this. Hello. Why not just show
force.
everything? Hello there, iPad.
By the way,
Um,
does it normally come to its own natural conclusion, or how does this process end when you think you've gathered enough information?
it usually ends when I get tired. I mean, it will literally. I've had these go on all night and day to the point where I'll look at the list because you can see here it does keep a list, and you can click on that and you can see all the words
Okay.
that it has gathered. So yeah, and you go back and therefore, so I'm going to click off of that one as well and say goodnight to that one because it is 3 hours and I need to walk a little bit, you know. Can't sit,
Oh,
can't sit
yeah. I was
because
nursing a back injury all week.
oh
And I have a back injury, but it was acute this week, and I will tell you, it'll do me some good to stand up and stretch too.
good, good.
But
Yeah,
I want
I've
to
been
thank
doing
you for being a wonderful host, and I
oh,
became a member during your stream,
oh,
and
thank
I wanted to
you.
thank your chat for being so supportive.
Thank you so much. That's so kind and generous of you. And tomorrow, whatever, if you want to pop over to True Oracle, it is members only. I'm sorry, but I'm reading cards over there on True Oracle. And
I didn't even know that's a different thing. True
yeah,
Oracle
it's
is a
True Oracle Fate and Fortune. That is my sister channel that I also put content on. And it's mainly regular readings. It's not crime related. It's like, oh, here is our October reading, and here is what the sun is doing today. And here's the book of Proverbs, and listen to this chapter every day. And there's a bunch of things on that too. So, um,
if I can pop by, I definitely will.
thank you.
I never know my schedule when it comes to weekends with sports until I look in the morning, but I'm not going to be a stranger.
There, first and foremost, we love it and love having you. Thank you
Thank you
so much, my
again.
dear good friend. I cannot wait until we go to 34 Fairview. Won't
Oh,
that be
yeah.
nice? Oh, I'm
I will
so
be in.
happy.
Oh, you know what? Before I know you exchanged your number or you gave me your number. If you wouldn't mind, send me your email address because I'll
Okay.
whip up a draft letter that
Okay.
I'd be happy to send on your
Sure.
behalf to 34 Fairview. I'm sure they
Thank
get
you.
lots of letters, but coming from an
Lovely.
attorney
I think so.
may make all the difference.
And
So
you're
have a
very
great
well known.
night.
Thank you. You're very well known. But it's going to be a while yet, so you don't have to concentrate on that now.
Okay.
So but thank you, my darling, for being here. Everyone say hello and goodbye to our darling, not goodbye, just see you soon to Miss
See you
Nan.
soon, guys. Have a
See you
great
soon.
evening.
Thank you so much. It was wonderful having you. Bye for
Thanks,
now,
Zelda.
everybody. Bye
Bye.
bye. Was that not just beautiful? Our dear, beautiful. This time just goes by so quickly with Nan on here, and it's just such a wonderful time and such a beautiful spirit. And don't you just love this? I just love this. This is fantastic. So it's so awesome to be here with each and every one of you. I want to thank you so much. I did get a couple of um, Venmos, but I was told to not read them and keep anonymous. So I'm going to do that. But I want to thank you for your generosity in sending that because it's always very helpful because there's the 30% rule here on the tubes of you, and it's once a month. So, not that, but I'm just saying it is a truly uh, welcomed gift. And I want to thank you so much. So, I want to appreciate it so much. But thank you. Thank you, everybody. So, I want to just say this. You guys are so awesome. We're gearing up for October. It's coming down to the next Burr month that we have. Wait, I took my microwave. What am I doing? It's coming down to the next spur month. This week will be definitely awesome. I've pretty much told you what I feel about this mega motion, but I am going to do some readings on it. I will be doing a lot of readings this week, so stay tuned. Don't forget True Oracle. And I can't wait now to get going. Get going. That's it. So my darlings, thank you again for being here. I'm going to say goodnight as well because it has been 3 hours. I need to walk. I'm going to just tell you something. I've been having a little situation with my ankles swelling when I sit here too long, and it's not your fault. It's not anybody. But the reality of it is I sit and do readings all the time, constantly, and I'm sitting too much, and I need to be taking breaks. I need to be walking so I don't have that issue, because that's not only painful, it's unsightly. Ugh. I mean, to me, I look at my ankles and I think, oh my God, the windows to my cankles, right? It's just like, no, I'm no cankles for Zelda. So anyway, my darlings, hang out, because I do have a little outro for all of you to say goodbye to. And that's it. And I'm going to see you tomorrow. Unless something comes up at 2 p.m., I will be at True Oracle. And I will see you again very, very soon. And thanks to Nan, if you're listening, my darling. You just made our week. Thanks again. So, my darlings, be safe, be well, eat some good food, and I will see you very soon. Bye for now. They'll tell you the facts are clear, but the truth always flickers between the lines. In every shadow, there's a secret that refuses to stay buried. Clues hide in symbols, and sometimes even fate won't show its hand. Voices echo not just from the living, but from the silence they leave behind. I'm Lady Zelda. This is Seeing Crime, where what's hidden doesn't stay hidden for long. Until next time, keep watching.